The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, The Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bonstein Field in Carbondale, Kansas, where tonight the 0-3 Baldwin Bulldogs travel west to open up district play and take on the 2-1 Santa Fe Trail Chargers. Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Hilmer alongside Bryce Kessler and Aiden Espino. So we welcome you into, once again, to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Baldwin's still looking for their first win this year after playing some pretty tough opponents in the first 3 games of the season. Santa Fe Trail, on the other hand, they're 2-0. Haven't played quite the same quality of teams as the Dogs have, however, though, so this one may be a little bit closer than what some of the stats on paper would suggest if you just look at those. As I mentioned, this game also opens up district play for both squads, so each team will be looking to get off on the right note here tonight with a victory. Just getting started here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at each team's season so far, as well as bringing the starting lineups, keys to the game, and much more. It's all coming up next on Baldwin Sports Live.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back. The pregame show brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business, money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 131 years, they've helped serve our community, so go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Time now to take a look at the Bulldogs coming into play. They are 0-3. Their head coach, Bob Litcher, and his third year. He's 4-16 overall as a Bulldog head coach. And last week, Baldwin lost 7-62 at home to the Lewisburg Wildcats. Lewisburg, they scored touchdowns on all 9 of their drives, and they ran 30 plays offensively. 18 of those 30 plays went for at least 10 yards or more. They averaged 16 yards per play, Bryce. And Baldwin, they're hoping to avoid starting 0-4 for the 4th time in 5 years. And they've played some pretty tough opponents coming in, but I think this is where the schedule lightens up a little bit, at least on paper. And so Baldwin's going to be coming out here tonight looking for their first victory. What do they got to get done?
Yeah, well, first of all, does it get any more Kansas than the high school backdrop? Yes. The football field backdrop we have here is Aiden gives you a good look at what we see here. I mean, this is Kansas high school football here in Carbondale. I guess we can say Carbondale. The address is Carbondale. We're not really in Carbondale. We're out here where Santa Fe Trail High School is. But so first want to mention that, and the natural grass field.
Oh, yeah.
I'm liking that as well. But as far as the Bulldogs tonight in this game, as you talked about, yeah, they last week that Lewisburg game, they didn't get a single stop. Obviously, you're going to have to get some stops in this game, but this is a team in Santa Fe Trail that has a bunch of confidence. They're coming off back-to-back wins, so they're going to have to get some stops in this game. They're going to have to keep the running game. They kind of found something there with Creighton Frost in their running game between he and Jack Harvey. They get Cody Buck back in the lineup tonight, so now you add just one more guy as a weapon in that backfield. Frost and Buck are 2 completely different style of running backs, so I think you got to use that to your advantage, not only in this game but moving forward, kind of that thunder and lightning attack with those 2, and of course then you have Jack Harvey to mix in there as well. So they've got to get that run game going. They've got to get some confidence going in this game. It is the proverbial new season, right?
Exactly.
Not that those first 3 games don't count, but they really don't when it comes to trying to position yourself for the postseason. That's what happens in these next 5 district games. So, or I guess next 4 district games. There's 5 teams in the district. So, and they've got one more game mixed in there that will be a non-district game still. But so again, not that those first 3 don't matter. They certainly matter in terms of gaining confidence, in terms of finding the identity of your team and that kind of thing. For Baldwin, let's be honest, they didn't go the way they wanted to in those 3. But now you get a chance to turn the page, put your focus onto these district games. That's when things changed for this team last year as well. When they got into district play, all of a sudden they started playing with some more confidence because they were able to have some more success. So I look for that to be the case again tonight, but you got to do that early because, again, it is a confident team coming in for Santa Fe Trail. So the quicker you let them get off to a hot start, the more that confidence just continues to grow for them, and the more the doubt starts to creep back in if you're Baldwin. So I'm looking for Baldwin to try and get off to a fast start tonight.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you. Last year at home, Baldwin, they won this game 49-32, and they have played 15 times since 1989. Baldwin leads that series 12-3 since then. Santa Fe Trail, they won in 89 and 90, and then Baldwin rattled off 12 straight wins. 2021 Chargers, that was their first win since 1990. So we'll take a break, come back, and look a little closer at the Santa Fe Trail Chargers coming into play here. You're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Time now to take a look at the home team here this evening. Santa Fe Trail. The Chargers are 2-1 coming into play. They got a first-year head coach in Reagan Erickson. It's the second year in a row that Santa Fe Trail has a first-year head coach. And last week they went to Anderson County. They won 28-12. They ran the ball well, 216 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, threw for 89 yards and a touchdown. Jumped out to a 14-0 lead early in the first quarter, led 22-6 after 3, and then finished 28-12, as I mentioned. They're a run-heavy team, Bryce, and they're going to run the ball first and foremost. It's something that we have seen a lot as the Bulldogs here. A lot of teams running the ball against us. That's going to be number one thing they got to stop. They run it about 35 times a game. They'll pass it about 11, and they have a really good turnover margin, +6 in the turnover margin. Only 1 turnover on offense all year long. It was 1 interception. So what do you think about the Chargers coming into play?
Yeah, Colton Worthen is a good running back. He's got good size, 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's averaging right at 5 yards per carry, so he's efficient. He's a tough guy to bring down, and there's no doubt they want to get him going. The thing I noticed about the passing game is even though they may not throw it a bunch, they throw it efficiently. 71% completion percentage for Luke Edwards this year, 351 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns. You mentioned the 1 interception, which is the team's only turnover this year. He's got some nice targets to throw to out there as well. Kyle Struther is a nice target, an athletic player, 6 catches, 96 yards this year. Kane Tantaros is a guy that, or rather a Trenton Slichter, another guy, a big play guy, 6 catches, $147, a couple of touchdowns. So they're not going to come out here and sling it around 25, 30 times in this game. But when they do, they're pretty efficient. So I would still say it's a balanced enough attack, if that makes sense, that it's going to make this Bulldog defense play honest. And they need to play well early in this game. 9 drives, 9 touchdowns last week. So you can't let this team come out, punch you in the mouth again, and have that thought by this defense of, oh, no, here we go again. They need to come out and make some stops in this game early on, and that's going to start with shutting down Colton Worthen.
Yeah, offensively, their scheme's kind of interesting, I should say. They'll spread you out a little bit, 3-4 wide receivers, but they'll run a lot of those wide receivers in some jet motions and run some sweeps off of that way. Defensively, they're a 4-4-3 scheme. Not a lot of teams have thrown the ball very much. I'm not sure Baldwin's really going to throw it all that much either, so really got to establish the run game early on these guys. Number 20 is a guy to watch out for as well on defense for the Chargers. He's Greenfield, their linebacker. He's probably their best player on defense, averaging right around 15 tackles a game, so he'll be all over the field tonight. We'll take another break here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Come back and show you the starting lineups, get you all ready for the opening kickoff here. Bulldogs headed west to face the Santa Fe Trail Chargers. Don't go anywhere.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner-broker Steve Pittman, Associate Broker Kim Bergen, Realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and Realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here on the pregame show. Baldwin visiting Santa Fe Trail tonight. Time now to take a look at our starting lineups tonight. You can see them right there on your screen. The Baldwin offense and the Santa Fe Trail defense. Looks like we're going to have to pause here for the national anthem, but I'll keep these lineups up on the screen for you and switch them out so you can see who the starters will be tonight. All right, good rendition of the national anthem from the Chargers band. That was your starting lineups, and this has been the Baldwin State Bank pregame show brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 131 years, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Bulldogs take the field. We will take one more timeout here on the pregame show and then bring you our opening kickoff to this one. Kicking off district play tonight, Bulldogs at Chargers. We'll be right back.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
Welcome back here to Carbondale. Coin toss going on right now, but time now to take a look at our keys to the game here tonight. Bryce, I think one of those established the run early. We've kind of touched on all these in the open. If you can get the running game going early and maybe get them to commit a little bit and take some play action shots deep and then have a clean game. Penalties haven't really been an issue so far this year, but turnovers sure have. I think it's a -8 turnover margin as opposed to Santa Fe Trail. They got a +6 turnover margin, so that's a big difference there. Have a clean game. That could be a big difference here tonight. And then number 3, get a lead. We kind of mentioned it. Baldwin hasn't played with a lead yet this year. If they can get out and get a good start here tonight, they can maybe build some confidence and knock some confidence off this Santa Fe Trail team that comes in riding pretty high. So those are keys to the game. Time now for the opening kickoff, I should say. Opening kickoff brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Gather up those Halloween costumes from years past and bring them to the Halloween Costume Exchange. Donate a costume and get a different costume to make this Halloween fun for everyone. Donations accepted until October 13th. For every donation you get to select a different costume to outfit your kid this Halloween. Learn more about the Halloween Costume Drive at baldwinrec.org.
All right, well, the Bulldogs are going to get the football first here, Ryan. So we talked about a chance to come out here and assert yourself in this game early on. The defense has struggled so far, especially last week for the Bulldogs. 9 touchdowns allowed on 9 drives against them. So I like the fact that the Bulldogs are going to get the ball first in this game and a chance to, before the defense even has to take the field, go out there and set the tone with this offense, with this running game. The 3-headed attack again in the backfield. We haven't had that the last couple of games with Cody Buck being out of the lineup, but Buck back tonight along with Harvey, along with Creighton Frost, the freshman who was so impressive last week. So good chance here for the Bulldogs to start this thing out right with their offense.
Julian Daniels will kick things away for Santa Fe Trail. It's like a trio of Bulldogs back to receive this one. This one might find its way into the end zone, and it will for a touchback. So Baldwin will lead the offense out. It'll be Jack Harvey, their senior leader offensively. We'll see who the running back is to start. You mentioned Buck's back, and Frost had a nice game last week.
Yeah, and Frost is going to get the start, and I think he earned it. He did such a great job last week leading this backfield for the Bulldogs. A huge game, 21 carries, 92 yards for the freshman Creighton Frost. He had 11 carries in the first 2 games combined, so they really gave him a big workload last week, and he delivered in a big way. So he earned that start in this game, I feel like, and Coach Lisher putting him out there in the backfield alongside Jack Harvey to get this game going.
All right, here we go. Spread formation. Got O'Connor as a wing. Frost to the right of Harvey. 1st and 10. He'll hand it off to Creighton. He's going to try the left side, get a couple.
And that's who Frost is right there. Just lower the shoulder pads, use his strength to just run right into the defense, plow forward. Short game, as you mentioned, but it's a positive game. And how many times have we talked about that this year? You just have to be positive on those first down plays. You can't get yourself immediately behind the chains. So let him come in there, pound it into the heart of this defense, and then that's when you mix Cody Buck in there, get him around the edge. He's going to dance a little bit more, try to break into the open field. Good first down start.
21 carries, 92 yards a week ago for Frost. Here he is to Harvey's right again. Now it's a snap that goes through the hands of Jack. Now he's going to have to make a play coming out to the right side, trying to get the corner. Shakes off a tackle and gets drugged down out of bounds. But a pretty good gain there. Nice job by Harvey taking something out of nothing.
Yeah, for sure. He ends up with about a 2-yard gain out of that. And, when that play, that initial snap is bad like that, whatever the play call was, it's gone at that point. Just get whatever you can. It looks like they only gave him a yard on that run, but they'll take it. It could have been much worse. And you also could see there as Jack was running, he almost got tripped up by that grass. It's so much different running in the natural grass than you are used to on the artificial turf. So keep an eye on that tonight as well.
Yeah, it's a good call, Bryce. First game we've played on natural grass this year. Harvey's going to keep it himself to the left side. Frost got the lead block. He's going to be out close to the first down marker. We'll see where they spot him.
Early decision time here for Bob Lisher, about a yard short. 4th down and 1. I think you roll the dice and just keep going for this one here.
Yeah, I think so as well. You got to stay aggressive even though you're on your own about 30-yard line.
I mean, again, we talked about it. The defense, you don't want to harp on it, but they have struggled to stop teams, whether they've started at their own 20 or whether they've started at your 20. So needing a yard right here. You've got a couple of returning starters up on that offensive line. You got 2 bruising guys at the backfield. Trust them to get a yard here.
A big 4th and 1. Opening drive of the game here. Baldwin going to try to draw the Chargers off sides. I think they did.
Nah, I think we got a false start. It looked like left guard Hunter Barnhart got off to a quick start. Santa Fe Trail certainly jumped, and I think if Barnhart wouldn't have moved, they would have had him. But Barnhart got off to a little bit of a fast start right there. So tough 5 yards to give up, and now they will trot the punt team out there on what turned into a 4th and 6.
Yeah, it's a tough penalty to take right there, but like you said, Harvey going to drop back into punt formation. Number 2, Kane Tantaros back to receive. Gets about a gain of 5 on the return out to the 45-yard line of Santa Fe Trail. They'll take over right there for their first offensive possession.
It'd be interesting to know, and we're never going to know, whether the Bulldogs were actually planning to go for that or not. I mean, obviously the goal was to try and get them to jump offside, but had they not, were they going to go ahead and run a play? Were they going to take a timeout and then still punt it? We'll never know.
Yep.
But moving forward, I think the Bulldogs have to remain aggressive in those situations.
Another pretty nice evening for football. Breezy. The wind's blowing across the field towards us. In the first play is going to be a handoff, and stacked up. Brendan O'Connor was in there. Gain of nothing.
Yeah, O'Connor just came flying through the A-gap right there. I don't know whether they had a run blitz called right there, Ryan, or whether that was just O'Connor seeing a read and just flying up there. But I like the fact that it looks like they're going to have O'Connor just key on Worthen because he is the heavy lifter of this offense. Somebody has got to be able to meet him before he gets ahead of steam going. Good job by O'Connor, shutting that play down for no gain.
A nice play by the 6'1", 215-pound sophomore. Set up 2nd down and 10, their own 45-yard line. Bring a motion across, fake it to him. Here's the quarterback, Luke Edwards. Steps through a tackle, and he's going to be out close to a first down, about 9 yards on the gain, so it sets up a 3rd down and short for the Chargers.
Ryder Nye was able to make that tackle just before the yardage gain for the first down by Edwards, so now a 3rd down and 1 here for the Chargers, and you can pretty much put this one on paper already that Colton Worthen's going to get the football right here on a 3rd and 1 situation. Big back, 6 foot, 200 pounds, runs hard. I'd be shocked if he's not the guy who gets the ball right here.
Yeah, coming in, the quarterback, Edwards, ran the ball 24 times, 134 yards and 3 touchdowns. See if they give it to their big back here. They do. He's going to be stopped short, I think. They didn't get a gain of anything. It'll be 4th and short.
How about that explosion by Van Horn coming off the defensive line? Got a great jump off the ball right there. You wonder if they've got a kind of a good read on that snap count right now of Edwards, that they're seeing a key, because that's both twice now O'Connor and Van Horn who just come exploding through right at the snap and turn this into a 4th and 1 situation now for the Chargers.
Yeah, great job in there by Dylan Williams as well, the nose tackle. That defensive line, one of the strengths for Baldwin all year long. Got to remain stout here. 4th down and 1, big play in this ball game. First drive for the Chargers. There's the snap, got a blitz coming off the corner. That was Harvey. He almost got to him, and that's going to fall incomplete. Brett Davidson was able to drop back and break that pass up. Harvey came off a blitz off the outside and almost got to Edwards.
I'm really surprised they threw the ball right there, Ryan. The bread and butter of this team is the running game. You only need a yard. Again, I know Worthen's been blown up for no gain twice already. But to put that ball in the air right there, that surprised me, and good for the Bulldog defense not being surprised as well. They were there to play it. They stayed on their keys, and that's a big stop on the defense and a chance for this offense now to get going again.
A really nice play call that time defensively to send the blitz off the edge too. So turnover on downs. Baldwin takes over. Throwing 45, give it to Frost, and he's got a pretty nice gain of about 6-7 yards.
And again, had a nice first down play last time, and then they kind of got blown up by a bad snap on the second down play. So just keep this thing moving forward. Nice 5 yards to start from your freshman back, Frost. And both these teams, if they have it their way, they're going to run the ball a lot tonight. We're going to see both teams use the pass really only just to keep the other side honest.
Harvey's going to fake the handoff this time. He's got some running room out left side. He's going to be out close to the marker and have himself a first down.
Kind of got twisted up with his own guy, Williams, who's making the block out there. And Williams did just enough. You know, he didn't get a great block on him, but enough to what I thought would have been a first down. They're looking at it now, and they initially had him marked short. Now they're going to say first down. So back-to-back 5-yard runs for the Bulldogs to move the chains. First down for either side so far in this game. And golden opportunity after that turnover on downs. Good field position. Bulldogs want to cash this one, and they have not had a lead yet this year. Here's your opportunity, guys. Go take advantage.
Yeah, and plus territory here. The first time all game on their second drive. Harvey going to take the snap, give it off. Another decent gain in there, about 3 yards. Frost again got the carry.
Isn't that something you notice with Frost? Ryan? Every time he finishes, he's falling forward on runs. He doesn't dance. He knows who he is as a running back, and I love it. You know, just make sure you're getting positive yards every time, and he's picking up an extra yard or two at the end of every single one of those runs by just keeping those legs churning and making sure he's falling forward.
Offensive line doing some pretty nice work here so far in this game as well. Harvey in the gun. Fakes it, take it left side. He's got a lot of running room here. He steps out of a tackle, and now it's a foot race to the end zone. One that Jack Harvey will win. Touchdown, Baldwin.
How about that? Jack Harvey, get him loose. He is tough to stop. He is a load to take down in the open field. If you can keep him contained and you can get multiple guys, somebody to hit him on the legs and slow him down, you can stop him. Once he gets those tree trunks a pumping down that sideline, good luck on those DBs bringing him down, and Jack Harvey puts the Bulldogs on top for the first time this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, so there you have it. First lead of the year for the Bulldogs. Jump out in front 6-0. Brendan O'Connor on to attempt the extra point. Actually be the first time I think we've seen him kick this year. It's been Ethan Williams up to this point. That one is very good. 7-0. Baldwin has jumped out in front of the Chargers here. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
7-0. Baldwin off to their first lead of the season here in Carbondale as Brendan O'Connor set to kick things off. Be Strother and Tantaros back to receive. This is a squib kick that'll be taken by Strother, I should say. Kyle Strother, the 6'2 senior, gets dragged down around the 34-yard line. That's where Santa Fe Trail will take over their second possession. It was a turnover on downs, possession number 1.
4 plays, 55 yards, a minute 34 off the clock, 41-yard touchdown run by Jack Harvey to cap off that scoring drive for the Bulldogs. And so here they go. They got a lead for the first time this year. The defense is coming off of a nice defensive stop to start this game. So that's what we talked about, getting some confidence built up early on in this game. So far, so good halfway through this opening quarter.
It's exactly the script we were looking for. This time
No
they'll
doubt.
get into I formation and hand it off to the running back. Almost fumbled the handoff, but he was able to fall forward for a gain of about 4 yards.
O'Connor didn't quite square him up that time, but once again, 88 in the backfield. And if they can make early contact like that on these Chargers running backs all night, it's going to make it awfully tough for them to get that running game going. There's nothing worse as a running back when you're getting hit as soon as you take a handoff. You just can't set up any blocks. You can't get anything going when that's the case.
Run 4 wide, bring one in jet motion. That's Cody Slavin. They'll hand it off to Ward. And finally, drug down inside the 20-yard line. So a red zone opportunity for the Chargers now on the big run.
So it was the physicality on the outside, but again, there that he was able to get in the open field, get that momentum going without anybody contacting him in the backfield. So now he's got some confidence because he gets his first big run of the night. Give him 43 and 4, so a 47-yard run right there for Worthen. And now the Bulldog defense has to be up for the task. We saw him do this against Ottawa, though. They had some red zone stops in that game, so see if they can come up with one here.
I formation again, 1st and 10. 16-yard line. They'll toss it left side. Here's Tantaros. He's going to get drugged down inside the 10-yard line. A nice gain that time, about 8 yards.
On that last play, Ryan, how about the hustle by Van Horn chasing that ball down? A defensive lineman chasing down the running back 47 yards down the field. That's a heck of an effort. And now, if your defense can come up with a stop, that effort will be rewarded big time.
Yeah, Bryce talked about that thunder and lightning duo of the running backs for Baldwin. The Chargers kind of got the same in Tantaros and Worthen. Tantaros more the quick lightning type back. There's Slavin going in motion. They'll fake the handoff to him. Edwards is going to walk it into the end zone, but a penalty flag came in late. We'll have to check on that.
A really good ball handling in the backfield there by Edwards on that fake. It was timed up perfectly with that motion man coming across, so that was a really well-executed, well-timed, nice-looking play by Santa Fe Trail, but got to check this penalty flag. And it's coming back. Hold on Santa Fe Trail, so how about that? That is huge. In this point of the field, those 10 yards are huge, taking what was a 3rd and 1 or a 2nd and 1 and going to turn this into a 2nd down and long. And again, down here in the red zone area, penalties can be critical. Move that all the way back out to the 19-yard line now, so that is costly.
Yeah, so it'll remain 2nd down, be 2nd and 11. I think it was one of the receivers that time on the outside that got called for the hold. I think it might have been Cody Slavin out there, the 5'10 senior.
It's going to bring up 2nd down long for the Chargers.
As open as that was with that fake on the motion and quarterback keep, look for him to come back to that at some point.
Actually, it was number 3, Trayvon Brooks. Another penalty. A false start's going to back up the Chargers even more, so continue to shoot themselves in the foot. It'll be 2nd down and 16 now.
Yeah, a little self-destruction going on right here by Santa Fe Trail, but don't be fooled. They've got the explosiveness to quickly make this yardage up. So great chance for Baldwin to take advantage, though, of the opportunity. Santa Fe Trail going to take a timeout, try to regroup things here ahead of what will be a 2nd down and 16 coming up at the 24-yard line. But good job, good opportunity here for the Baldwin defense if they can take advantage of a couple of ill-timed penalties by the Chargers.
So first charge timeout for Santa Fe Trail. Give me a chance to tell you about our presenting sponsor. We love them. Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter-mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors.
Good use of a timeout here by Reagan Erickson for Santa Fe Trail. After back-to-back penalties, the high of thinking you'd score the touchdown, the deflating feeling of then realizing you don't, and then with the false start. So this is a perfect spot to try and regroup your guys here. You already have seen Santa Fe Trail pulled off a 47-yard run on this one. The touchdown, reality is that hold didn't really matter. I mean, they were going to score without that hold, so it was a costly one, and it's a penalty, so you throw the flag on it. But you've shown you can make some big plays, so good use of a timeout, try to regroup his guys. Let's see if Baldwin can respond and make a big defensive stop.
2nd down, 16 now. Send a jet motion. Slichter, they'll fake the handoff to him. Edwards keeps it around the left side and gets chopped down by Tristan Capel. That's Casey Hamrick.
Yeah, Casey Hamrick, young guy coming in there, making that play. Went low, took out the legs of Edwards, and now really tough spot for Santa Fe Trail as they lose a yard there to push it back to the 25-yard line now. 3rd down and what's got to feel like forever for them. 3rd down and 17. Baldwin just can't lose a focus here. You got to stay focused even though they need 17 yards. Don't give them anything.
3rd and about 17 from their 24-yard line. Blitz coming, and he gets taken down in the backfield. It was Williams and Davidson both in there.
Yeah, and they really didn't even blitz. It was about a 4-man rush only there, but there was a good coverage downfield. Edwards had to hold on to the football, allowed that 4-man rush, and the two guys, as you mentioned, Williams and Davidson, both converging on the quarterback to sack him all the way back at the 32, 33-yard line. So they lose about another 8 yards on that one, and now what do you do here? I mean, it's 4th down, but you have forever. You're on the plus 33, and they're going to go for it here. Got to avoid penalty if you're Baldwin. No penalties here.
Yeah, they got to get down to about the 8-yard line to get a 1st down. 4th and 23. Edwards going to take the snap, evades Harvey right away. He's rolling to his right. He's got to get rid of it. He might have passed the line. Yeah. He did get rid of it. And going to be drugged down short of the line to gain anyway, but
well, I didn't see them throw the flag.
No.
It sure looked to me like he was past the line of scrimmage. And again, Baldwin's going to get the ball because they made the stop anyway, but you're talking about a difference of about 14 yards in field position. But so Baldwin's not going to complain too much on that, but it was interesting. From our vantage point, it sure did look like he had passed the line of scrimmage, but a big defensive stop nonetheless for the Bulldogs, and now a chance to go down and capitalize again off of what you've already shown, a 1 touchdown. Go out and make it another one and give yourself a 2-possession lead here.
So yeah, Baldwin's forced 2 turnover on downs. They'll start their 3rd offensive possession right here with Creighton Frost on the ground. He falls forward, gets right about back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there. Baldwin left to right on that offensive line. Jake Van Horn, Hunter Barnhart, Drew Flick, Dylan Williams, and Brett Davidson. It's been a real strength so far. Both the O and D line for Baldwin. Got some big dudes in there that like moving people around.
We still haven't seen him go to Buck in the backfield yet. They're sticking with the freshman Frost in that combo with Harvey.
Harvey will keep it this time, left side. Run into a host of Chargers there, but not before a gain of about 5 yards. Cuts this thing in half. Be 3rd down and about 4.
That's where Santa Fe Trail wants to keep Harvey in between the tackles. If they can contain him, he's much easier to take down because you can gang tackle him. If you've got to try to make one-on-one tackles, it is not an enviable task. So they're doing a good job there on that play, keeping him contained inside. This has been Jack Harvey territory here in these 3rd and mid-range plays where you kind of get him on a roll, give him a two-way option, maybe throw a quick pass to the flat or get him on his legs going for the run.
Harvey takes the snap. Does he give it to Frost? He does. See if he can get the line to gain. Looks like he's going to be a couple yards short, so a 4th down and about 2 coming up, and another decision to make for Coach Lischer.
Yeah, I think you got the momentum right now. I think, again, 1 yard. At the very least, I think you come out there and you go hard count again. You've already seen that Santa Fe Trail did jump, and again, it wasn't just because of the false start, because they jumped all across the line from left to right. So at the very least, you got to go hard count here and just tell your offensive lineman, hey, hold your water here, nobody jump.
I think also Baldwin, they've shown they can stop them defensively, so why not? Spread them out, shotgun snap to Harvey. He'll give it to Frost, steps over a tackle, and he has plenty for the 1st down and gets about 5 more. New set of downs coming up for the Bulldogs.
Now, how about that agility there to step over the diving tackler and pick up that 1st down yardage. Great run by Creighton Frost, just understanding, hey, I need to get that 1 yard. Whatever it takes, got to get the 1 yard, and he ends up ripping off about 5 or 6.
Yeah, Baldwin also kind of dominating the time of possession so far this quarter. It's kind of flown by. We've got 30 seconds left in the first. Ryder and I split up wide up the top of the screen. Haven't thrown the ball yet. They'll fake it and run a draw. Harvey trying to weave his way through and gets drugged down by one of the defensive backs.
It almost looked like that ball came out there at the end as he was going down. He was able to keep a hold of it. Another big chunk play right there. That's something we have been missing from Baldwin in these first few games this year, those chunk plays. We've had a couple of big Jack Harvey runs here and there, but just not consistently being able to rip off any big plays. And a very good first quarter, good start to this game for Baldwin.
So yeah, Baldwin leads at 7-0 after the first quarter of play from Carbondale, Kansas. Don't go anywhere. We'll have some more Bulldog football here for you on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back live here on Baldwin Sports Live. The Bulldogs have a 7-0 lead after first quarter of play. We'll switch ends of the field and have the ball right around the 50-yard line.
And a pretty even first quarter, really. Baldwin 92 yards of offense, Santa Fe Trail 73 yards of offense. Time of possession, you mentioned that it felt like Baldwin was controlling, and I agree with you, but it's a 2-second difference right now. Baldwin held the ball for 6:01, Santa Fe Trail for 5:59 in that first half. The difference comes down to a couple of things. One, Baldwin was able to make a key stop on a fourth down play early and then capitalize for a touchdown, and then Santa Fe Trail, a critical holding penalty that took a touchdown off the board.
Harvey from the shotgun. They'll give it off once again. Their big back, Creighton Frost, falls forward for a gain of about 2. Second down and 8.
That was Greenfield making the stop for Santa Fe Trail. He's their top tackler, one of those inside backers, and he has been busy early on again in this game, and Baldwin really going to, I think, key on him to try and use some of this motion perhaps that we've seen him, try to get his eyes moving and maybe free up that defender.
Run speed option to the top of the screen. They pitch it to Frost. He's got some room here. He's bouncing off tacklers and gets spun down. Not before another Baldwin first down.
And that was a play that they really found something in against Lewisburg, that speed option. Those two, Harvey and Frost, really seemed to have a pretty good connection on that option play and the rhythm and they come into. And right there, Harvey did a good job. There's one defender out there. That's what you want to see when you run the option. One naked defender out there. You run right at him. You make him make a choice. If he stands there with his heels in the ground, you make the pitch because the back's already moving. There's no way the guy can adjust in time to make the stop. Well run.
Yeah, the defensive back, Blake Slavin, had to make the stop that time. Fresh set of downs for the Dogs. They'll keep it on the ground with Frost. Gets out to about the 35-yard line. Just a steady approach so far from the Bulldogs, keeping it on the ground.
And that's what we called for, and that's what we saw in the second half against Lewisburg, where it was effective. They were just playing from such a deficit because the defense couldn't get any stops against Lewisburg. Tonight, now playing with the lead, they're able to continue that same style of offense, and it is working. And just the confidence just oozing out of their freshman running back right now, Creighton Frost.
Yeah, he's really getting going now. We'll fake it to him this time. Harvey keeps it right side. Going to be stacked up and tackled a couple yards shy of the first down marker. Be 3rd and short, though, for the Bulldogs.
You know, I felt like early on in this season, Harvey was maybe not reading that option as much as he was just keeping it himself, because he was like, hey, I'm the best player as far as our running game goes, so I want to just keep the ball. He's got trust in Creighton Frost now. He's seen his effectiveness, and it's made that read option so much more effective now because he's willing to put the ball in the gut of 24 and let him rumble.
Yeah, and that's opened things up for Jack as well.
For sure.
This time they give it back to Frost. He's going to rumble ahead and I think get enough for a first down.
And so that was a prime example of it right there. The perfect read is to give that ball, but it was kind of a 50-50. That's a play that I feel like maybe in games past or in years past Harvey's going to keep. And in this case, he's trusting that his running back is doing the job right now. He's trusting his offensive line is blocking it up. And Creighton Frost rewards him yet again with a 4-yard run on a 3rd down and 3 to move the chains.
I haven't seen Cody Buck yet. It's been the freshman running back Frost getting the majority of the carries.
And right now they're effective in between the tackles, so that's that's the prime spot for Frost.
Low snap, Harvey had to deal with it. Now he keeps it himself, and I think that might have been a jet sweep type play, but Harvey able to get out for about 7 or 8 yards. Nice play that time, making, again, something out of nothing. We've seen that a couple times from Jack.
Yeah, I believe Capel was the intended target to get that handoff, as you said, on that jet sweep, but one of the things that Jack Harvey does so well is he's so decisive when a play does break down. So when you see a bad snap, when you see something like that, he doesn't panic and think, oh no, what am I supposed to do with it? He just picks up the ball and goes. And you have to be decisive on a play like that when it's all breaking free.
2nd down and short here. Give it right back to Frost. Just a game of attrition on the ground right now as he's breaking tackles left and right. Pushes his way all the way up to right around the 10, maybe 11-yard line. Be another Baldwin first down.
I mean, how can you not like everything about that? The only thing, he might be getting a little loose with that ball a little bit. He kind of has that chicken wing going with that ball, getting a little loose with that maybe. So would like to see him. It looked like almost there one of the Santa Fe Trail guys was trying to punch out at that, seeing that same thing. So keep that thing tucked high and tight. But, man, what a start to this game. 11 carries, 55 yards already for Frost.
See if they just keep it on the ground here. They'll give it right back to the big freshman this time. Stopped for very little, if any, gain.
Yeah, I mean, then why wouldn't you just keep it on the ground, right? I mean, Harvey has thrown 5 interceptions. We've seen him throw a couple of picks down here in this red zone area inside the 10-yard line. The running game's been so effective. The big guys up front, Van Horn, Barnhart, Flick, Williams, Davidson, they're getting a good push. Didn't on that last play, but you're not going to win every one of them. But, yeah, keep running the football. They're doing it so effectively right now.
This is like old school football right now, just 3 yards at a time, pound away on the ground.
Yeah, this might be one here to pull if you're Harvey. You've been going Frost. Pull one, get to the outside here maybe.
This time he does pull it right on cue, and he's going to try to make the end zone. He gets chopped down inside the 5-yard line down to about the 4. Bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Now you cut that yardage needed in half, so again, now that makes it so much more appealing to know you need 5 yards and you have 2 plays to get those 5 yards, or perhaps not. You got a good kicker in Brendan O'Connor. Maybe you do kick a field goal if you can't convert here, but it's so much more appealing at 3rd and 5 as opposed to a 3rd and goal from the 10.
Frost flanking Harvey to the right. 3rd and goal from the 4. He'll swing it out right side, looking for the corner, the end zone. He will make it. Another Bulldog touchdown for Jack Harvey. This one a little bit shorter than the last, but we'll take it either way. 13-0. Baldwin has jumped out in front.
Yeah, no question. They count the same, right? Whether it's 5 yards or 41 yards, it's worth 6. And Jack Harvey in this rushing attack right now is humming. And they have now back-to-back scoring drives for these guys. And how about that possession? We're down to 6:52 left in this quarter. That was over 8-minute possession right there for the Bulldogs.
The kick is very up and just comes up short. Looked like a chip shot in golf, but hit the crossbar, no good. So Baldwin will lead this thing 13-0. We'll take a break here. You're watching Bulldog Football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
Bulldogs lead at 13-0 here on the road, opening up district play as O'Connor's all set to kick this thing away. Struther once again on the return. It's pretty nice. Running room almost broke through that time. Touchdown saving tackle maybe at around the 47-yard line, so pretty good field position here to start for the Chargers.
Well, we just watched the best drive of the year, no question about it, for the Baldwin offense. 15 plays, 7:55 off the clock, 81-yard drive. Capped off by that 5-yard touchdown run by Jack Harvey. That was as good as it gets for this Bulldog offense right there. And now let's see if the defense can keep the momentum on the side of the purple and white.
Yeah, I mean, that was just about everything we talk about, some of our keys to the game. They've jumped out early, they've ran the ball well, and haven't turned it over yet. They've turned the Chargers over on downs twice. There's Edwards flowing the first time, finds Tantaros over the middle for a nice gain all the way down to the Baldwin 30-yard line. First time Edwards has connected through the air.
A 23-yard completion there. He had that 14-yard completion on what was that fourth down play that really, was all for naught on that last possession, but that was a good-looking throw right there. Nice route by Tantaros, finding that empty spot between the second and third level of the Baldwin defense for a big gain.
Edwards will give it off this time to Worthen, tries to spin off a tackle. Didn't get too far. It was Brendan O'Connor and Dylan Williams in there on the stop. Gain of about 2, bring up 2nd down and 8.
I was just going to say, they've really done a great job on this rushing attack. You wonder if you might, because of how that last passing play looked and the nice ball by Edwards, if Santa Fe Trail doesn't start maybe mixing in a little bit more pass to this offense to try and loosen up that front 7 of Baldwin, because they have really stymied the rushing attack outside of that 147-yard run that we saw from Worthen.
Yeah, the 3 opponents Baldwin's played so far haven't really passed the ball too much. Been running teams much like the Chargers here. Here's Edwards going left side, weaving his way through and picks up another nice gain, a first down inside the 15-yard line. Another red zone opportunity.
About 20 on that carry, so that's twice now that Edwards, after a couple of play fakes, has been able to get free for a big run. The other time it happened on what appeared to be a touchdown run that got called back, but he had an open running lane on that one too. So Worthen they've shut down, but now they got to adjust also and stop that quarterback run game.
That last time the Chargers were in the red zone, they got pushed back by some penalties, a holding and a false start. Pushed them back. This time they'll hand it off. He got Tantaros coming near side, and he will waltz his way into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Just got out on the edge and outran the Bulldogs to the pylon. Makes this thing 13-6.
And that's one area that they did have the biggest trouble with. They had trouble in a lot of areas against Lewisburg, but probably the biggest was getting outflanked on plays like that, getting out on the edge with the motion gives, kind of the jet sweep type looks, or just something like that, a designed run that comes out to the outside. So they've been hit on that a couple of times now in this game. That one obviously the most costly as it went for 6.
So they'll line up to go for 2. The pistol look, it'll be actually it was a direct snap to the up back. He was lined up as a kind of a wing back, fullback, and went right to him, and he just powered it in there. They're going to say it was good.
It was almost as if the officials didn't even know who had the football there. They kind of, in fact, the far line judge did. He put his palms to the sky and say, I don't know.
He says, I don't know who ran that ball. But anyway, 2-point conversion good, 13-8. Baldwin still leads it here. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back. Kickoff bounded through the back of the end zone for a touchback, so Baldwin will start their fourth drive offensively. It's gone punt, touchdown, 41-yard touchdown run from Jack Harvey, then a 5-yard touchdown run from Harvey. So 13-8, they lead it.
4 plays, 57 yards, a minute 39 off the clock to cap off that last scoring drive for Santa Fe Trail, the 13-yard touchdown run by Kane Tantaros.
Fake it this time. Harvey keeps it. Nice running room up the middle. Gain of about 9, close to the first down marker. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, a family-owned company right here in Baldwin City that services many different industries, processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's a perfect place to start your next career, so find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com.
That last 10-yard run by Harvey puts him right at 100 yards on the ground in this first half on 11 carries with the 2 touchdowns.
They did give him a first down on that, so a fresh set of downs here, looking to throw this time and finds a receiver, Tristan Capel, and he's got a very nice gain out to midfield before he's pushed out of bounds. Nice connection, Harvey to Capel.
Yeah, that was a good job just sitting down in that open spot of the defense. He could have continued to arc that route over towards the sideline and made it a tougher throw, but there was no need to because he was right in that vacant spot of the zone defense. So good job just sitting down there, and Harvey put it right on Capel for a big 21-yard gain.
Yeah, the first catch of the year for Tristan Capel, the 5'8", 135-pound senior. Split 4 out and now go right back to the ground, give it to the big freshman, Creighton Frost. He's dragging a tackler along with him. That's Eli Rolla, the D lineman, who brought him down, not for a gain of 5. Second down and 5 coming up.
It just feels like about every time Frost gets the ball, he's getting 4 or 5. He's averaging 4.6 yards per carry so far in this game, 13 totes, 60 yards. His long is only 11. I say only because, again, when you think of 60 yards on 13 carries, you think, oh, maybe he busts a big one. But no, it's just steady, big 4 or 5 yard chunks every time he touches the ball right now.
Yeah, this is good and different that we've seen so far from Baldwin. Jack keeps it this time, gets hit immediately and tripped up, but a flag came in.
Yeah, that is a big tackle made right there. I did not think that stop was going to be made, but Corbin Brady able to just get a shoestring enough to take down Harvey. There is the flag, as Ryan mentioned. It looks like it's a hold coming against Baldwin.
The first 3 games we've seen not a whole lot of this 3-4 yards at a time. Instead, it's the only offense has really been from some big chunk runs from Jack Harvey. He had a 64-yard touchdown run last week against Lewisburg. That was really the only scoring, the only offense from them. Frost had a nice game, 91 yards on the ground, but really taking it to a next level here this evening.
Well, a lot of that blame can be put on the fact that their first down plays have been so ineffective that you're immediately in long yardage situations. Now we'll see what happens here because now you're in that spot because of the hold.
Second down and long, Harvey rolls to his right. He finds Ryder Nye on a nice out pattern. He'll be up third down and manageable.
A really good hands catch right there by Ryder Nye. Had to extend way out there to haul that one in with a defender right on him as well, and definitely makes this third down a much easier conversion after that holding penalty. They got that yardage back and really put themselves right back where they were going to be before the hold. This was pretty much right where Harvey had run for prior to that hold.
7th catch for Ryder Nye on the year. Last week he had 2 catches for 23 yards. Go trips near side. Harvey's going to take it himself on the quarterback draw. A lot of running room. Busted up the middle. Now a foot race to the end zone. Jack Harvey's going to have his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half. Baldwin has jumped out 19-8 now.
Oh, man, I love that call right there. We haven't seen him do that much. The design quarterback draw. We've seen most of Jack's runs come either on scrambles or on the options, the speed options, the read options. The quarterback draw right there, beautifully executed. The line opened it up perfectly and let Harvey just do the rest when he got that full steam ahead going forward. Great play call, great execution. 3rd touchdown from Harvey.
Yeah, I mean, Jack sees that open field in front of him. He just motors for it, and nobody's going to catch him. 3rd rushing touchdown of the half. As I mentioned, this time he'll roll to his right on the 2-point conversion attempt. They're going to be stopped short. So 19-8, the score remains. Baldwin leading it here. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spradlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty. Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Welcome back live. Baldwin leading at 19-8 as they get set to kick this thing away once again. Kickoff team getting a little bit more run than they usually have.
Heck yeah.
After the first 3 games. That's what you like to see after some scores. O'Connor boots it away. It'll be Kyle Struther. Has to gather this one in. Going to get touchdown drive finished off by Kane Tantaros' 13-yard run.
3rd straight touchdown drive for the Baldwin offense. 5 plays, 2:31 off the clock. 80-yard drive, 44-yard touchdown run by Jack Harvey, his 3rd of the game.
Shotgun formation for the Chargers. Edwards going to take the snap, look to throw deep down the left side. He's got a man, but overthrew him by a step or two. This Tantaros on the coverage was Casey Hamrick out there. It looked like Tantaros had a step or two on him, but Edwards just overthrew everybody a little bit.
Yeah, he had to throw that one, or I don't know if he had to, but he did throw that one pretty early, and so even Tantaros didn't necessarily see it right away, so he had kind of veered in. The ball sailed a little bit towards the sideline. A break, though, for Baldwin because Hamrick had gotten beat off the initial snap there.
Now they'll give it off to their running back Warden. He's coming near side here, and they get pushed out of bounds. At the 43-yard line, enough for a first down.
Again, that's where they've had the most trouble so far, is out on those flanks. They've done a very good job between the tackles shutting down this Santa Fe Trail running game, but now Baldwin hasn't seen as much through the tackles because Santa Fe Trail's seeing the same thing and seeing where their success is coming, and they're starting to widen out this Baldwin defense.
Clock stopped at 2:20 here. Second quarter, 19-8. Baldwin leads it. Slavin goes in motion right to left. Edwards will take the snap, look to throw immediately, and it was broken up that time by the freshman Tucker Flory. It was attempted for Cody Slavin. It was a risky throw there from Edwards over the middle, but had to get rid of it quickly as that Baldwin pass rush is really getting in there.
Yeah, he hit his receiver in the hands, just wasn't able to stick that catch. It almost was just gift wrap for Flory. had Flory been looking to play the ball, I'm not saying he should have, because first and foremost you're trying to, make the stop there on that potential receiver. But had he been looking for the ball, anticipating that, it would have been right there in his lap.
2nd down and 10. Their 44-yard line. Edwards going to look to throw once again. Looks over the middle for Tantaros and overthrows him. Double coverage that time. It was Capel and O'Connor both there.
Getting good pressure. Harvey getting in there along with Hank Beard. And that time O'Connor, that's the same route that they ran for that 23-yard completion to Tantaros earlier. And it was O'Connor who didn't drop far enough and allowed that receiver to run that slant in between he and the corner. And this time O'Connor did a good job flipping the hips, turning around, getting a hand up and deflecting that ball and being in there to make the play.
It's a nice job by the Bulldogs forcing a 3rd down and 10. This will be a jet sweep for Schlichter. Going to be swung down shy of the 1st down marker. It'll be a 4th down and about 3 yards. He got just past midfield. Surely the Chargers will go for this. We'll have to see.
Yeah, they got enough of it that they're likely thinking about it. The only danger you have here by going for this is with a little time left. We're under 1:40 left in this first half. If you don't get this, you're giving Baldwin a short field. If you go ahead and pin them back, they don't have very much time to move it. But they are going to go for it. At least they're going to try and jump them off sides. Got to stay here. Don't go on a hard count.
They sent some of their bigger guys out there, got a tight end set, and they pitch it coming near side. They'll have enough for the 1st down. So the Chargers, a 4th down conversion there. 1:22 to go in the half. They got 2 timeouts remaining. They're marching in Baldwin territory now.
And again, they're using the perimeter right now. That's where they're having their success. We haven't really seen them even try anything between the tackles. It has just been outside left, outside right. Baldwin hasn't been able to set that edge on him yet.
Edwards being pressured again. Ian Bryan he's got a man deep downfield too. That was Schlichter. Ian Bryan forced him out of the pocket, but another overthrow from Edwards. These Chargers receivers are getting open downfield though.
Yeah, they're having some options there, some opportunities there down the field. Baldwin's fortunate the last couple of times with the man running free. They haven't connected on it. Doing a good job there, keeping Edwards off balance right now, and that's why they're not being able to complete those long passes, is because of the pressure that the guys up front are getting for the Baldwin pass rush right now. They're not allowing Edwards to really set his feet. The one time we saw Edwards stand in a nice pocket, set his feet, make a throw, he completed it for 23 yards.
Spread them out 4 wide. Shotgun formation here. 1:04 to go in the first half. Slavin jet motion, fake it to him. Edwards keeping it. He's going to get tackled down by Dylan Williams. Couple late flags coming in. We'll have to check that.
Now, Ian Bryan did a great job that time setting the edge. As we talked about, they keep outflanking him to the outside. That time Bryan got out there, forced him to cut it back inside where he had help coming, and they shut that play down for a short gain because of it. So that's what they're going to have to start doing on those outside runs. Somebody's got to set the edge and force that guy to turn it back inside, just like Ian Bryan did right there.
So another holding call on the Chargers here will back them up to their own territory.
Well, it was a hold that really derailed a promising drive earlier in this game for Santa Fe Trail. Took a touchdown off the board. And this one, even though it's still, second down only, but right now time becoming a factor as well. So those lost yardage, having to move backwards with the clock under a minute, becomes critical.
2nd down and long here. Edwards dropping back to throw. He's looking over the middle, and pass goes through the hands of Kyle Struther. Senior had to put it right on him, just couldn't come up with it. Now a 3rd down and very long.
Yeah, the Chargers are going to want that one back, as Struther had a chance for a big play. 2 out of 8 so far in this game now for Luke Edwards. He came in completing 71% of his passes through the first 3 weeks, so they have not seen that same efficiency in this game. And again, give a lot of that credit to the guys up front for Baldwin, putting the pressure on him. He had some decent time to throw right there, and he delivered what could have been a completed pass as well. So big 3rd down here. 3rd and 20, 47 seconds left. Baldwin get a stop here and get the ball back and have a 2-score lead going into the half.
Yeah, Baldwin still with all 3 timeouts as well if they can get the ball back here. Edwards going to look to throw deep down left side, looking for a man, and that was nice coverage that time by Casey Hamrick.
Yeah, we've seen those receivers running open in the secondary multiple times, and they haven't been able to hit them. That time, Hamrick was really in a better position than even the receiver was on that play. And once again, pressure by this Baldwin front. And credit to that pressure. That was Jake Van Horn, it looked like, who had the pressure, and he could have made a hit on the quarterback, Edwards, driven him down into the ground. He didn't. He laid off, didn't want to risk that penalty. It was a smart play there, and great coverage downfield by Hamrick.
So an injured Charger on the play there. Check on him. Give me a chance to tell you Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction, family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at maleyandSons.com to learn more.
Tage Scotchney, I apologize for the pronunciation there, the injured
lineman.
Charger, their right tackle. He was able to walk off the field under his own power, so hopefully something minor, and he'll be able to get back out there. And it looks like the Chargers are going to take a timeout, would leave them with just one remaining and 40 seconds and a fourth down play here. And I don't think you have any choice at this point. You got to punt this ball if you're Santa Fe Trail. You can't risk giving the ball over on downs to Baldwin with this kind of field position with only 40 seconds.
Right.
So interesting that they took the timeout here, because again, to me this is an obvious punt situation, but we'll see what they go with. Maybe they've got something up their sleeve here.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of their plays, they've had some open receivers downfield, but they haven't really hit anything for around 20 yards. So we'll see what they do here.
It does look like they're in punt formation. I can't imagine they'd roll the dice with a fake of some sort here, but when you call a timeout like that in the back of your mind, I think you have to consider that maybe they talked about something like that.
I don't think Baldwin's going to send anybody deep to receive
here.
Just going to keep the defense up there and watch for a fake or anything. Make sure they actually punt this ball. Going to be Worthen that's going to punt it. He does. It's a pretty good one. It's going to bounce inside the Baldwin 20-yard line, be down at their own 16. So 30 seconds to go here in the first half. All 3 timeouts remaining for Baldwin. How aggressive are you going to be here, Bryce?
I don't think very. I mean, I think you're content being up 2 scores right now. Had you taken over on downs or something and you're around midfield, okay. But back here, I mean, the reality is this, though. Baldwin's aggressiveness in this game has been still running the football. They haven't been putting the ball in the air. You certainly aren't going to put the ball in the air if you're Baldwin right here, but there's no reason why you can't continue to give 12 a chance, He is in scoring position no matter where you're at in the field. He's shown that tonight, a 41-yard touchdown run, a 44-yard touchdown run. But I don't think you can cue with option, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and kneel it as well, which is also a perfectly fine play call in this situation, because the last thing you want to do if you're Baldwin in this case is have a bad snap, a ball get ripped out, a fumble, and they're taking it back the other way. This has been a great first half for Baldwin. Don't let something fluky happen here in these final 30 seconds to ruin that. So yeah, I love it.
Exactly. I mean, you haven't played with a lead all year. You've got one right now. Just go ahead and take it into the half, come out the other side, and keep this thing rolling. It's been all Baldwin on the ground so far here offensively. The final 4 seconds tick away here. Don't go anywhere. We'll have a Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime report. As the clock hits 000, we'll take a break here and come back with that halftime report. Baldwin leads it here 19-8 after 1 half of play, opening up district play on the right foot. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back here at the half. Baldwin leads this thing 19-8. Halftime show brought to you by your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So, Bryce, pretty decent first half there from Baldwin. Haven't seen them have a lead all game. They jumped out to a lead off of a 41-yard touchdown run from Jack Harvey. He wasn't done. He added a 5-yard touchdown run and a 44-yard touchdown run for the 3 Baldwin scores. They missed an extra point and a 2-point conversion. That makes the odd number 19 up there. But right now, so far, so good. Everything we kind of asked for from Baldwin, they've kind of delivered in that first half.
Yeah, heck with decent. That was excellent. I mean, that was a great first half of football for the Baldwin Bulldogs, and it happened from the opening kickoff. And that's what I love the most about that first half is they really played well from the outset. And, their opening drive was a 3-and-out punt. Outside of a false start, they would have gained that first down. They used a hard count on the 4th and 1. They got the jump, but they also jumped. And, who knows what happens on that possession if they don't jump on that play. They get that first down off that penalty. They might have gone right on down and scored on that possession as well. So the defense came up with some big plays in that first half as well. Santa Fe Trail, they're probably in there right now saying, guys, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. You think back to their second possession. They went 6 plays, 64 yards, had it down at the 10-yard line. They thought they had a touchdown, but it was called back on a holding penalty that, quite frankly, didn't need to happen. The guy with their quarterback, Luke Edwards, in my opinion, was going to score no matter what there. I mean, I don't think the hold actually allowed him to score, but there was a hold right on the perimeter, and that's the unfortunate part for Santa Fe Trail is it happened out on the perimeter where it's one-on-one, easy to see. It was right in front of the official. That took a touchdown off the board. They ended up only going further backwards from there and turned it over on downs, and that was really a turning point in this game. Had they been able to get the answering score, then who knows how that goes if Baldwin's confidence goes right back down, but instead it just boosted up the Bulldogs more. They went down, added another touchdown to take a 2-score lead. Santa Fe Trail did come back and get an answer after that to avoid this really going into like a 3-score type of deficit. So they're certainly not out of this, and they're coming in off of back-to-back wins. They're on their home field. Santa Fe Trail is going to have a counterpunch in this second half. Can Baldwin withstand that? And right now, there's no evidence to suggest they can't because they have been really good in all phases so far in this game.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You took the words right out of my mouth there. That second possession for Santa Fe Trail where they had that touchdown called back, that was really a turning point in this one. You could feel the momentum just shift as those penalties backed them up, and then they were able to force a turnover on downs. Baldwin was, but yeah, you're right. I think the Chargers are going to come out in the second half. This game's not over by any means. I think we're in for a heck of a second half here, and it'll be welcome for us as we have had some pretty big score lines
for the Bulldogs too.
Yeah.
You want to play in close games. You want to play in competitive games. Sure, you want to be ahead in those games, which the Bulldogs are, but it's fun to play in these competitive football games. And tonight we've got a good one.
Yeah, one thing I will say defensively for the Bulldogs, the Chargers have had some open receivers downfield sometimes, so got to tighten up that coverage a little bit. Edwards, he's overthrew a couple of wide open guys downfield, so that'll be something to watch for in the second half. We'll take a break here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services Halftime Report. Come back with some stats and more. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144. Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back. It's halftime. Baldwin leads this game 19-8 over the Santa Fe Trail Chargers. Time now to take a look at the first half stats. You got those, Bryce?
Yeah, let's take a look at it. These are some pretty numbers for the Baldwin Bulldogs. 235 yards of offense in that first half with 204 coming on the ground. They ran the ball so effectively, averaged 7.8 yards per carry in that first half. We've talked about needing some more, not necessarily big plays. I mean, everyone wants the 40, 50-yard plays, but just mixing in a few more of those 10, 12-yard plays, right? 8 plays in that first half of over 10 yards, 3 of those going for over 20 yards. They averaged 8.5 yards per play in that first half. Meanwhile, Santa Fe Trail, they weren't bad offensively, 153 yards with 116 coming on the ground. They averaged 8.5 yards per carry in that first half. But again, they were stopped twice on downs, one of those happening down after they had it ball down at the 10-yard line. So a couple of some miscues there for Santa Fe Trail. Hurt them in the scoring column where Baldwin currently holds the 19-8 advantage. Some of the individual numbers in that first half. Leading the Chargers on the ground is Colton Worthen, 6 carries for 63 yards. 47 of that, though, came on just 1 carry. His other 5 have gone for 16. So they've really done a really good job against Worthen outside of that one big 47-yard run, which quite frankly didn't hurt him because that was part of what ended up being that drive that they turned it over on downs with. Edwards, 4 carries for 19 yards. Trenton Selector, 2 carries for 12 yards. And Kane Santoros, 2 carries for 22 yards, including that touchdown. The only 2 completed passes for Edwards, 2 out of 9 for 37 yards. You mentioned they did have some guys open down the field several times, but the pass rush by Baldwin did a good job of keeping Edwards off balance. Only the 2 completions in that first half. Meanwhile, for Baldwin, they've only had to throw the ball twice. Jack Harvey has completed both of those passes for 31 yards. One of those went to Tristan Capel for 21 yards. The other went to Ryder Nye for 10, but they haven't needed to throw it because they have just dominated on the ground, namely Jack Harvey. 13 carries, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 11.1 yards per carry in this game right now. And Creighton Frost, how about the young man with another solid effort after he ran for 92 yards on 21 carries last week, Ryan. 13 carries, 60 yards, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Cody Buck is in uniform in this game. We haven't seen him. They haven't needed him to this point because Frost and Harvey have been a dynamic 1-2 punch in this rushing attack right now. And the Bulldogs, again, credit those dudes up front. Jake Van Horn, Hunter Barnhart, Drew Flick, Dylan Williams, Brett Davidson, that starting offensive line for Baldwin. What a half for those 5 guys. They paved the way for 204 rushing yards on a 7.8 yard per carry average. Great first half, great numbers there for the Bulldogs, who lead at 19-8.
All right, time to take another break here on the halftime show. We'll come back, try to take a look at some of the scores around the area. We'll be back with some second half action. Baldwin leads at 19-8. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Back here live from Carbondale, Kansas, Baldwin visiting the Santa Fe Trail Chargers. They lead at 19-8 at the half. A couple of scores from around the area. An interesting one here is Ottawa leads Eudora at the half 10-7.
How about that one?
And then Wellsville, I didn't see a halftime score yet, but Wellsville had a 22-0 lead after one quarter at Osawatomie tonight. And then how about this score, Bryce? I don't know if this is a typo or not.
I think they're missing a number here.
Yeah, the Anderson County is at Iola tonight. They got this score 0-2. Iola leads it.
I mean, possibly
could be a safety.
Possibly a lone first half safety in that game. I mean, man, talk about a defensive grind. How about that? I mean, it's not over yet, but what would you win a game with a lone safety?
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't know. Has anybody ever seen that before? The only score in a game of safety? I mean, come on.
So those are some of the scores around the area. We'll try to keep looking for some more, kind of looking for that Lewisburg at Bonner score. That one's be an interesting game.
That's going to be Lewisburg by about 45 or 50.
Okay, all right. But halftime show, anyway, has been brought to you by you-know-who, Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they would love to support you in your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Yeah, I'm not too far off.
Well, let's take one more timeout here and come back.
45-0 Lewisburg right now.
All right, there you go. So Lewisburg leads that one big. We'll take one more timeout break here. Come back with some second half action. The Bulldogs leading this thing 19-8. We think we're in store for a good second half, though. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Welcome back, getting you all set for the second half of play. 19-8, Baldwin leads this thing. There's a couple minutes left here for the teams to warm up. Baldwin looks like they're huddled up on the visitors' sideline over there, but should be in store for a pretty good second half here. Baldwin, they jumped out to a lead, got 2 scores early, and then Santa Fe Trail answered with a touchdown of their own, got the 2-point conversion on that, makes 8, and then Baldwin scored another 44-yard touchdown run from Jack Harvey. So 19-8 after a missed extra point and a missed 2-point conversion. Kind of an odd score, but it's where we stand right now.
Santa Fe Trail is going to get the football to start this second half, so big possession coming up to start this second half of the ball game with the Bulldogs up by 2 scores. If they can come out here, get a stop, and get this offense grooving again, which again, 3 straight touchdown drives. Yes, they had a 1-play drive and kneel down to end the half. That doesn't really count. It does technically, but we're not counting it because they didn't even try, obviously. So 3 straight touchdown drives before that. So this offense has a ton of confidence right now for Baldwin. If the defense can come out here, get a stop, and the offense can parlay that into a score and go up 3 scores in this game, that's going to put Santa Fe Trail in a big hurt. But the Chargers could come right back out here and score on this opening drive, and you're looking at a possibly 3-point game then, and all of a sudden it's game on. It's brand new at that point. So critical drive for both teams to start this second half. The Bulldog defense, they can really put the Dogs in a great spot with a stop to start this second half.
Hey, Bulldog fans, join the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce for a spooktacular evening on Tuesday, October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. in downtown Baldwin City for the hometown Halloween celebration. Any business that would like to set up a booth for trick-or-treating can register at baldwincitychamber.com. Everyone else, bring your little pumpkins out for an evening of costumes, sweets, and spooktacular activities at Hometown Halloween, Tuesday, October 31st from 5 to 7 in downtown Baldwin City.
I mean, I feel like I just did a pretty good ghost there.
That was decent.
You got a Halloween party?
I was going to say, got some trick-or-treating plans,
well,
right? I got nothing. I'm too old now.
I've got, well, he's not 2 yet, but he will be 2 by the time Halloween comes around. So we've got to be out there doing some
got a costume picked out? Or?
Yeah, he's going to be Mickey Mouse.
All right, that's a classic.
He's a big fan of old Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, who isn't? Me too. This kickoff was headed out of bounds, but for some reason the Chargers jumped on it around the 26-yard line.
So again, I won't harp on it too much here because you don't want, and it's a live ball, right? So you want to cover that up. But the play to make right there is not to just let that ball see if it's going to go out of bounds. All you have to do as a return man is stand out of bounds yourself. Put 1 foot out of bounds, and if you pick the ball up while 1 foot is out of bounds, it's the same as a kickoff out of bounds. It's a rule that not everybody understands or knows, but you can make that be an out of bounds kickoff even if the ball is at a rest in play. As long as you're standing out of bounds and you touch it, it's an out of bounds kickoff, and they've got the ball up at the 35.
Yeah, so essentially if the kickoff's anywhere near the sideline, you can make it a kickoff out of bounds. Either way, we're going to start the Chargers' first possession here around the 25-yard line. They run jet sweep with Schlichter up towards the top. He's got a lot of speed and gets out a nice gain past midfield down to the Baldwin 40-yard line. Finally tracked down there. A good first play coming out of the half for Santa Fe Trail.
Yeah, so Jack Harvey gets credit for the tackle, but Tucker Flory is the one who made him stop and cut that back inside to help save what would have been a devastating opening play for this Bulldog defense to start this second half. It's still a 36-yard run to start it out, but you got life to still make a stop because of the hustle to get back there and shut it down.
Trenton Schlichter on the carry came in, only 6 carries, 82 yards. Like to run those jet sweeps off of those motions.
And that's where the Bulldogs have had much more success, stuff between the tackles right there. Edwards only able to get a couple before Dylan Williams made that stop, but that's my bigger concern. It's not the guys. We saw some guys leaking out behind the secondary and some deep pass opportunities. That's not really my concern. My concern is the outside runs right now. They've got to do a better job setting the edge. We saw Ian Bryan do a good job of that late in that first half. Got to do that more.
Shotgun snap. Edwards going to look quickly right side, throw a little bubble screen. It was Cody Slavin on the reception, the 5'10 senior. It's a pretty decent gain. It's going to be third down and manageable.
It looks like they're left with about 4 yards to gain here, so big third down. Looks like they're going to call it 5, so big third down early on in this second half. I mentioned how big of a drive this is for both teams to set the tone for this second half of football. One big punch early from Santa Fe Trail. Now Baldwin a chance to counter it on a 3rd and 5.
Chargers send their fullback Luke Greenfield into the game. They're in a pistol formation. Run the quarterback Edwards right side looking for that first down. He's got more down the right sideline. Steps out of bounds. See, they mark him out. It's going to be inside the 20. Another red zone opportunity, though, for the Chargers.
And they've been stopped once already down here in this area of the field. In fact, it was going into this east end zone as well that time around. So they are not, this is not a shoe-in deal at this point. Baldwin has shown the ability to make some red zone stops this week. They did it several times against Ottawa as well, and they need one here.
1st and 10 from the Bulldogs' 18-yard line. First drive of the second half. Chargers trying to tighten this game up. Tight formation here. Edwards going to look to throw left side. Has a completion. That's Kyle Struther. Gaining some extra yardage after the catch and gets all the way down inside the 5-yard line. First down and goal now.
That was a really good run after the catch by Struther. We knew Santa Fe Trail was going to have an answer in this second half. They were not going to just roll up and go away in this one after Baldwin put up an 11-point lead on them going into the halftime locker room. And this has been a great response to start this second half by Santa Fe Trail.
Yeah, fullback and tight end in the game now for Santa Fe Trail. Going to go big I formation, try a quarterback sneak. See where they spot this thing.
Yeah, looks like they're going to mark him just short. At least the line judge is marking him short.
Be second down and goal from right around the 1-yard line. That's one of the strengths of the Bulldog defense is right up the middle there.
See if they just go right back to the same thing. Sometimes you get a little too cute. I'm not saying Santa Fe Trail does, just teams in general.
Yeah.
When you have the ball inches from the goal line, I don't think there's any reason to do anything but just sneak it again if it's me anyway.
Yeah, so they will stay big out there with a fullback and a tight end. A tight formation, I formation. Edwards, he'll turn this time and pitch it out right side. They'll try to get the edge. They do, and into the end zone for the Chargers. I think that was Worthen.
Yeah, so again, it worked, right? So it is what it is. It's a 1-yard touchdown. They toss it. I just personally don't like bringing in the risk of a toss and that kind of thing when you're that close. 2-yard line, that's one thing. Inches, but hey, it worked out. Give Santa Fe Trail credit on a great opening drive here, Ryan. They just marched that thing 75 yards on 7 plays to get the touchdown.
Yeah, and a statement opening drive here to the second half is now 19-14. They'll try for 2 from the pistol. Another direct snap to the up back. And once again, in to convert. The 2-point conversion makes it a 3-point game, 19-16. Baldwin still leads it. They'll get the football next. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Back here live, the kickoff was fielded and taken out of bounds. Didn't see who fielded it, but Baldwin's going to start this first possession of the second half on their own 28-yard line.
And nothing hurt by Santa Fe Trail on that opening drive. We knew it was going to happen, right? You knew they were going to come back and answer in some form or fashion, and they did. So now you just got to come back and answer yourself if you're Baldwin. You still have the lead. You still have momentum with this side of the football because your last 3 possessions have ended in touchdowns.
See if they stay right back on the ground. They do with their big freshman running back, Creighton Frost. He breaks through the line and gets a nice about 13, 14-yard gain. Going to be a fresh set of downs. It's been all Creighton Frost on the ground and a little bit of Jack Harvey pulling it as well.
Yeah, that's his biggest run of the night right there. He has been just steady as they come with the ground game in this ball game. First half, he ran for 60 yards on 13 carries. His long in that first half was 11. He rips off 14 on that first carry, and here we go. They're right back on the train here, this Baldwin offense. They continue to just pound the rock on the ground. Those 5 guys up front doing an excellent job.
I was going to say, they got to give big props to the offensive line left to right. All open up big holes here this evening. Harvey's going to keep this one, cuts it back here near side. He can step out of a tackle. He will at the 40. It might be a foot race to the end zone. There goes Jack looking for his 4th rushing touchdown, and he's got it. Touchdown Baldwin, and they extend this lead right back out.
58 yards to the house. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a night for the senior quarterback, Jack Harvey. And again, we've said it multiple times, but you can't say it enough. The guys up front doing an excellent job. They made sure that Harvey didn't get touched until he was already 6 or 7 yards down the field. And just the vision, the awareness of Harvey to bounce that one this near side and one-on-one trying to tackle Harvey. It's really, really tough to do. And he's able to once again, as you mentioned, Ryan, step through that tackle. That's exactly what he did. Just that's where that high knees practice comes in, right? People say, well, you never do that in a game. Well, sure you do right there. That's why you do those things. That power of being able to just run through those arm tackles and then turn on the jets.
I was going to say, yeah, once he gets into the open field, turning on the jets is right. He wins just about every foot race to the corner of the end zone. Looks like might go a little 2-point action here from the far hash. Harvey's going to roll this way. Look in the end zone. He's got his tight end, O'Connor, for the connection, and the 2-point conversion is good. Stretches this thing out 27-16. They lead it by 9 once again. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Great answer that time from the Bulldogs after the Chargers took their opening second half possession down the field for a touchdown. They answer with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion of their own. Once again, 11-point lead as Kyle Struther looking for some room on the kick return there. Pretty nice one. He gets it out past the 40-yard line. They'll start at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, drive summary pretty brief. 2 plays, 72 yards, 49 seconds, 58-yard touchdown run for Jack Harvey, who is putting together quite the line. 14 carries, 202 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the ground for Jack Harvey in this game.
Came in with 2 touchdowns on the ground, and he's added 4 tonight.
So now we got to see if this Baldwin defense can avoid this becoming just a yo-yo game back and forth. They got to make the stop because their offense can't be stopped right now. All it might take for this defense is 1, maybe 2 stops in this game.
They'll run it near side with Worthen. Breaks the tackle and almost broke free. It's brought down by Brendan O'Connor, but not before a nice gain and a first down. Looks like Baldwin defender Dylan Williams slow getting up as well as
Ryder Nye, too.
Ryder Nye, a couple guys. Hopefully they're okay. We'll see Cody Buck for the first time as he comes on for Ryder Nye. Cody Buck missed the last 2 games. Back out there in a cornerback position. Well, high snap. Nice job by Edwards to bring it down. They'll run it near side with Schlichter, and not a lot of room that time. Maybe got 3.
And so that's what they've been having success with, right? Getting the ball to the outside. They run it short side this time. They're on the near hash, and they try to run to that near hash, so they just ran out of room. Baldwin did an okay job stringing that one out, but more than anything, they just used that sideline as the extra defender. So kind of going against the tendency with that play call right there. And sometimes you throw those in there just to, not even just so much for this game, but for future games to show that you're willing to run to the sideline on a play like that, just to break tendency.
Edwards going to look to throw quickly right side. He's got his man Kyle Struther out there. Connection gets him close to the first down marker, but it will be just shy. Set up a 3rd down and 1.
Good open field tackle by Capel, cutting the legs out on the tight end there on that catch. Give this defense a chance to make a stop on this 3rd and 1.
A little bit longer than that, make it about 3rd and 2. See if Baldwin can strengthen here defensively. They've been stout up the middle. It's been around the edges that when Santa Fe Trails really needed some yards, that's where they've gone. And this time they'll bring a jet motion. They'll run it up the middle. I think they're going to have enough for a first down, but got hit hard that time was Worthen, the running back.
Yeah, he paid for it. Dylan Williams, once again, we've been calling his name a lot tonight. He has been playing an awfully good middle linebacker spot in this one. It is a first down, but once again, they did not have a lot of room in between the tackles. That's where Bulldog defense has been the most stout tonight.
So fresh set of downs from the Baldwin side of the field. Edwards going to look to throw once again, gets pressured, pushed to his left, and he finds a connection. He's got Schlichter, wide open man over the middle. A big connection there inside the red zone. Nice pass that time by Edwards. He had to roll to his left a little bit as Baldwin pressured him from his right. Able to stand in there and make a nice connection.
He's now 4 of 4 in this second half. Edwards 2 of 2 on this drive for 29 yards, so he's getting a little more comfortable. The Bulldogs haven't hit him yet in this second half either. They were getting pressure on him in that first half. He's feeling a little more comfortable now, and he's starting to make some nice throws out of the pocket.
The go I formation. Edwards turns and hands it to Worthen. He's going to break every single tackle and waltz his way into the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
This turned into a good old anything you can do, I can do better type of ball game, Ryan. Trading punches right now. The Bulldogs are the fortunate ones that they're the ones playing with the bigger lead as this game goes back and forth. But right now, whose defense can find a way to step up, because both offenses are rolling?
Yeah, to me it come down to some of these 2-point conversions. This is going to be a big play here if you can maintain a 5-point lead as opposed to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, good point.
We'll see if they go with that same play or they'll snap it to the up back. They do. This time he gets stuffed, pushed back, and they are not going to get this thing. Nice job by the Bulldog defense up front that time. That was Landry quick on the tackle. You're right. So a big stop on the 2-point conversion. Baldwin holds their 5-point lead, 27-22. We'll be right back with more Bulldog football after this.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back. It was a nice return on the kickoff. I believe that was Ethan Williams who took that one. He weaved his way, almost broke through, but they will have some pretty nice field position from their own 30-yard line.
And Santa Fe Trail does not mess around after they score. They get the kicking team right back out there. So every time they score, we never get back in time. But that was an interesting return. The ball came to a stop at the 1-yard line. The Bulldogs were thinking it was just going to go to the end zone for a touchback. It ended up stopping at the 1, so they had to try to make something out of nothing, and they ended up with a 30-yard return.
There's Frost with the carry up the middle. Again, scaring me a little bit with that football. Able to hold on to it, gets a gain of about 3. On that kick return, it was one of those that it almost went to the advantage of the Baldwin Bulldogs, because everybody was so close once he picked up that football that he was almost able to break through that line on the kickoff coverage.
Yeah, it kind of almost like when a fumble happens and everybody just loses their integrity of where their rush lanes are. Yeah. You know, on a kickoff team, you all have a lane that you're supposed to cover. You keep that net, so to speak, down the field. Well, when that ball was just sitting there, everybody kind of converged, and so they lost that lane integrity on their kick coverage.
Harvey will keep this one. Try the right sideline. Hit hard. Out of bounds. Was Chase Generette.
Just a couple of yards short of that first down now. So they need 2 yards here. They've been a very good third down team in this game, Ryan. 3 out of 5 on their third down conversions in this game. We'll see if they can keep it going here on a big conversion to keep this answering drive alive.
Yeah, Tristan Capel limped off the field that time to the sideline. Hopefully he's all right. But you're right, a big third down here. They'll give it to their big back, Frost, and I don't think he's going to have enough. Got maybe a yard. It'll be fourth down and short. What do you do here?
Oh, you keep going. I mean, again, right now this is a game where the offenses have the momentum right now, so you're only – this is less than a yard. You can see the ball.
Yeah.
They need to touch the 40 basically, right? I guess it is a little bit
past the 40. But
so maybe it's a good yard. But nevertheless, the offense has been running the ball so well in this game. To me, it's a no-brainer. You keep the offense out there and you try to get this yard.
Chargers crowd getting into it. They want a big stop for the defense. Harvey takes the snap, and he fumbled the exchange with Frost. And I don't think it matters who comes away with this thing because they're going to be short anyway.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We haven't seen many miscues like that in this game. But the Bulldogs, they had one early on. And that's just a tough break for a tough timing for a play like that to happen. And now here you go. We've been saying, can the defense come up with a stop? Well, they're going to need one now because Santa Fe Trail with that stop, momentum is already starting to build for the Chargers because their offense has been great so far to start this second half. Well, now it's just been magnified with that defensive stop.
So a fumble on the exchange that turns it over, and they did call that a turnover. So Edwards will spin and hand it off. It's Worthen.
Williams stops that play, and Bulldogs going to take a timeout now because I think, again, some of that momentum just starting to build for Santa Fe Trail. So Baldwin going to try to shut it down here after that big run to start this now third possession of the second half for Santa Fe Trail, and the Chargers with all kinds of confidence going right now on the offensive side.
Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors.
Santa Fe Trail has not had a lead in this game, but down 5, taking over in opponent's territory.
Who called that timeout?
Baldwin.
Okay, so first charge timeout for Baldwin. About 4:14 left to go here. Third quarter has been touchdown drive to open the second half for the Chargers. Baldwin answered, and then another touchdown for the Chargers. Made this 5-point game, and fumble gave it back to the Chargers, and here we are. They're in plus territory, fresh set of downs.
Need to create a negative play here. Everything's been so positive in this second half so far, this offense. Need to get in the backfield. Here's your chance.
High snap. Edwards brings it down, finds Struther right side. It's going to be out close to another first down. It's a high throw. Nice catch there.
Yeah, really did a great job going up, climbing the ladder to make that catch. Gunnar Reichert made the tackle at the end of that play, but it looks like enough for another Chargers first down.
And they have marched the ball down the field in their first 3 possessions of the second half. Baldwin still holds the lead, but going to have to come up with a red zone stand. They'll go I formation once again. Edwards will spin and hand it to Worthen. He comes with a head of steam through the left side of the line. Busts through for a nice gain of about 9, maybe 10 yards, and might give him another first down.
Buck makes the stop to, it is a first down, it looks like. Yep, first and goal coming up now.
So the Chargers really getting things going in the second half. They're only ones that came up with a defensive stop, and they've scored every possession. We'll see what they do here. I formation. Got the big boys out there, tight end and a fullback. They'll toss it far side. Nice job to set the edge, cut him back, but Worthen able to make his way into the end zone for a Charger touchdown, and Santa Fe Trail takes the lead.
They had that play shut down exactly how they wanted it to be. They just couldn't make the tackle in the backfield. And right now, Santa Fe Trail has completely retaken the momentum of this ball game. The Bulldogs, they do trail for the first time in this game, but the offense is still clicking, so there's no reason to get down if you're Baldwin right now, but you clearly know now this is a answering type game.
Go I formation, pitch it left side, and they'll walk into the end zone with Worthen. Two-point conversion is good, so they take a 3-point lead, 32-27. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Back here from Carbondale, here in the kick return. See who that was. I think it was Ethan Williams once again. Actually, Ryder Nye on the kick return gets it out past the 30-yard line to the 31. That's where Baldwin starts a very important drive here. See if they can answer 3 straight scores from the Chargers.
Yeah, so your buffer is gone now. Baldwin was playing with that little bit of a lead to where they could afford to be in a back-and-forth game with Santa Fe Trail, because every time Santa Fe Trail that they'd answered, Santa Fe Trail was going to catch them. Well, that's gone now. After that turnover on downs or fumble, however they ruled that, now back-to-back scores by the Chargers. Now you got to answer again.
Harvey will run speed option left side, keep it himself, lower the shoulder, lowers the boom. Gets a gain of about 5 yards, cuts it in half, 2nd and 5.
Over 200 rushing yards in this game for Jack Harvey, the Bulldog quarterback. He is no stranger to a heavy workload, and he has been asked to do it again tonight. Creighton Frost has carried 17 times for 78 yards as well, so they are going to continue to just pound the rock, continue to ride behind those 5 guys up front who have done such a great job paving the way tonight.
2nd down, they'll keep it on the ground. Creighton Frost lowers the shoulder, falls forward. Another nice gain and a 1st down for Baldwin.
Around 12 or 13 yards there. With 14 yards on that carry. No, I was looking at the scoreboard. They said 41-yard line is what 47-yard line. 46, yeah.
Spread them out once again. Shotgun formation. Fake it to Frost. Harvey keeps it left side. Dodging tacklers now at the left sideline. Juking everybody out. And another, well, he's close to a 1st down. I don't think he quite has it. Be a 2nd down in inches.
Yeah, it was hard to see from our vantage point, obviously, on this far sideline away from where it was, but they did say he stepped out just short. And they'll gladly take a 9-yard 1st down run, 9.5-yard 1st down run.
See a lot of Chargers hands on hips. They're wearing them down on the ground.
Well, both teams have been looking like that defensively right now.
They'll give it to Frost once again. Frost and Harvey, the way that they run the ball, that's part of the issue for the Chargers. That's wearing them down. Every time you go to tackle either one of those guys, you better pack a lunch.
It's no question. You pay for it to make the tackle.
About 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Baldwin trails it for the first time all game.
Already, though, we'll see how this drive finishes, Ryan, but you love the way they've responded after, as you mentioned, trailing now for the first time. They've come right back out and continue to just be who they are offensively tonight.
Run jet motion and give it off to Ethan Williams near side, trying to bounce it out. And, yeah, everybody crying out for a holding call, and I think that's going to go against Brendan O'Connor.
Yeah, if Williams cuts that ball inside of O'Connor, he might get away with that, but because he tried to continue to go outside O'Connor with the leverage he had on that block, the defender was then trying to pull away from him. That's what, makes that appear like an obvious hold. So officials obviously able to see everything that we all saw because it was right out there in the open.
Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction, a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at MaleyandSons.com to learn more.
Hayden about got him a T-shirt right there.
Oh, what?
Little T-shirt toss.
Oh, man, I was looking down. Make a play, Aiden.
Yeah, it wasn't close enough for him to make the play.
Here's a pass attempt. Ethan Williams on the reception. Had Harvey rolling out to his left side. Pretty nice gain that time on a first down and 20. Gets him out past the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, make up for that holding penalty there. And, nice safe play right there. But a big reward because of it. Take that 1st and 20 and turn it in to a 2nd down and 8. Good chunk of yardage coming back after that holding penalty. Right back to that bread and butter. Just keep feeding Frost. And the play before that allows them to come right back to what they've been doing so successful. If you don't pick up the 14 yards on that or the 12 yards on that pass previous, and you're looking at 2nd and 14 or something, maybe you can't just continue to go right back to that ground game that's been so effective. But the big first down completion on that 1st and 20 allowed them to get right back in rhythm.
Yeah, it's a good call now. A 3rd down and very manageable 3rd down and 4 from the Chargers' 33-yard line. Crowd trying to help out the defense once again, and they'll run speed option near side. That pitch was behind Frost. Might have been tipped a little bit. Nice job by Creighton to get back and jump on that ball. It's going to be a 4th down and 11.
Yep, it was just a hand in the passing lane like you'd see in a basketball game right there. And a good job by Julian Daniels deflecting that pitch and turning it into a big negative play. The good news for the Baldwin Bulldogs, they didn't turn the ball over there as Frost was able to race back and recover it. The other good news is you have a whole quarter break now to try to come up with what you're going to call on a 4th and 11 coming back.
So end of 3. We got a good one going here. Don't go anywhere. Should be a fun 4th quarter as Baldwin trails this thing by 3. Chargers lead at 30-27. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Fourth quarter action here. Baldwin trails it by 3. Big 4th down and 11 as Jack's going to roll near side. Look down the field for Ryder Nye. It was off his hands. Bit of a high throw. It was going to have to be a good catch from Nye, but Baldwin's going to end up turning it over on downs. Now they got to come up with a big defensive stop.
And so far they haven't had any of those in this second half. Santa Fe Trail has been perfect in terms of scoring on their drives in this second half. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and they haven't all been short ones anyway. They've had a couple of decent starting field positions. They've went 75 yards for a touchdown, 58 yards, and then the 40-yard touchdown drive. But 3 possessions, 3 scores. Can't afford to have another one here if you're Baldwin. You got to come up with a stop.
Yeah, possession number 4 is going to start from their own 40-yard line. give it to their main running back, Colton Worthen. 6 foot, 200-pound senior has been the workhorse for them here tonight. Beard and Dylan Williams there on the tackle. Got to throw Hank Beard in there as well. He's been playing nose tackle along with Brett Davidson and Van Horn on that D-line, doing a nice job.
Yeah, they've taken away the A-gaps for sure.
Edwards will throw here, right sideline. It's caught once again by Kyle Struther, brought down by Cody Buck. Good to see him back out there.
That was a really good open field tackle. Struther has shown a little slippery tendency when he's caught the ball in the open field so far in this game, but Buck makes a big stop to turn this into a 3rd down and not allow Struther to get free and pick up the 1st down there.
This is a big 3rd down play here. 3rd and 3, their own 47. Baldwin trails it by 3. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. We're going to have a timeout. Looks like Santa Fe Trail will take their first timeout of the game. A chance to tell you that Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Always looking to add the next great member to their team, including positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefits, a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Send an email to jobs@rice-precision.com. That's jobs@rice-precision.com to learn more.
Well, if you're Santa Fe Trail, you're thinking it's 2 downs to get the 3 yards. So I would be a little surprised just because of their success if they don't go to Worthen here. But also on that same note, if you're Santa Fe Trail, do you take a chance here and go with something play action and take a shot knowing that you're probably going to go for it if you don't get this, and maybe catch Baldwin trying to sell out to stop what they're expected to be a run to Worthen and sneak a big play for a touchdown? I wouldn't put that out of the realm of possibility, especially after coming out of the timeout.
See, our keys to the game from earlier popped up on the screen there. Baldwin done a pretty nice job in all 3 phases of that. Is Edwards going to fake a handoff, come here near side, get run out of bounds, and that almost hit late, but good thing no flag on the play. I think it's going to be short, bring up a 4th down and short.
Yeah, Harvey able to extend that, run that play out, and turn that into a no gain. Go for it here on 4th down, and it does look like same personnel anyway has stayed out on the field, and now a couple of late subs are coming on, but we'll see. This is
their fullback and their tight end, so they're going big, probably I formation.
Yeah, there's obviously good field position if you don't get it, but the way this game has gone, the way this offense has been chugging along in the second half, they're going to try to pick it up on a 4th and 3.
Got to watch the toss sweep here. That's been what they want to go to. Instead, they'll turn and hand it off to Worthen on the ISO play, and he's got a 1st down. Got about 4 on the gain. Oh, man. Baldwin's got a
Van Horn.
Van Horn up slow. Hopefully that's just a cramp or something. Can't afford that if you're Baldwin. Looks like they'll have a sub run on. Jake Stavanis is going to replace Van Horn, as might get looked at on the sideline. Chargers got to run on a couple of late wide receivers. Going to spread things out. Slavin comes across the formation. Don't think everybody was set.
Yeah, that should be a penalty.
Either way, incomplete pass that time.
Yeah, they don't throw a flag on it, but the guy came in motion out of the slot before the other late receiver running on ever got set on the far wideout spot there. So, in my opinion, they had 2 guys in motion, and you can have 2 guys in motion, but then everybody has to be completely set again before you snap it. It didn't look like they did in that case, but incomplete pass, so instead of 1st and 15, it's 2nd and 10.
See where the Chargers go here. Just under 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. Baldwin's locked in a good one. Need a defensive stop to get the ball back. This time they hand it off to Worthen, left side. Nice job by Hamrick that time, turning that thing in and tripping him up.
Yeah, that's what they have not done enough of tonight is get that running back having to come back in, somebody setting the edge. And there was, as you mentioned, great job by Casey Hamrick in doing it. He didn't necessarily make the tackle, but you don't have to because you get help when you get the guy to turn back in. So good job there, and another big third down coming up. This one a little bit longer now.
Worthen trots off the field. A lot of personnel changes for the Chargers as they've got a big 3rd down and 8 from the Baldwin 46-yard line. A lot of confusion here as Edwards from the pistol takes the snap, gives it off to Tantaros. He's coming near side, trying to get the edge. Gets drugged down short of the marker. Nice tackle from Jack Harvey.
How about that strength to pull that running back down?
It's a wrestling move.
No kidding. No kidding. But what Tantaros did do there is he turned this into a manageable 4th down. It would have been interesting had it been 4th down and 8 or so if they would have risked it. At 4th down and a yard and a half, 2 yards, there's no question they're going to keep the offense out here and try to pick this one up.
So big play for Baldwin defensively here. See if they can't get a stop on a 4th down and 2 from their own 40-yard line. Trailing by 3. Edwards will take the snap, look to throw. Throws it short right side, enough for the 1st down. Struther again. He's out across the 35 to the 33-yard line. Another Bulldog down.
Yeah, 2 of them, in fact. Davidson and Capella are both a little bit slow to get up there, Ryan.
Yeah, you're just hoping it's cramps or something like that. Stavanis runs off, and back in there is Jake Van Horn. That's good to see. Tristan Capel's kind of limping off to the sideline now as well. Ryder Nye in to replace him.
2 4th down conversions now on this drive for Santa Fe Trail. They are coming through in the clutch.
Trying to take some time off the clock in the 4th quarter. This one is going to get blown dead. I think a false start on the offense. That'll back them up 5.
What happened earlier in this game, 2nd drive of the game, Ryan, penalties derailed a promising drive for Santa Fe Trail. Here's a penalty when they've been moving right along. It's going to put them behind the chains. 1st down and 15. Baldwin's got to use this. They've got to take advantage of a situation where Santa Fe Trail has shot themselves in their own foot right now.
Yeah, I mean,
shut this down.
It's got to be now. They're getting down close to the red zone. So 1st and 15, like you said. Got to take advantage of this series, try to get a stop. Edwards will take the snap, look to throw quickly left side. He's got Struther once again. It's been his main target, trying to fight for extra yardage. Finally gets brought down by Casey Hamrick.
It's 5 grabs now for Struther in this game, and you're right, that's become his most trusted connection. Those quick hitters, they're not really hitting anything deep on those passes, but he's been reliable. He's got good hands. He's, in this case, not able to get anything after the catch, but so far he's been very effective getting yards after the catch. They make up for that penalty and turn this into a 2nd and 6.
High formation this time as Edwards will spin, hand it to Worthen. It's going to be close to a 1st down. We'll see where they spot it.
Looks like they're going to be just short. Williams again with the tackle there for Baldwin. He's been in on a bunch of tackles tonight.
This drive really eating up some clock in the 4th quarter.
Well, not very often can you be 0 for 2 on 3rd downs in a drive and now be set for your 10th play of the drive, but 2 4th down conversions have kept this thing rolling. There's another 3rd down, 3rd and very short.
Another high formation. They're going to try the quarterback sneak this time, and Edwards is going to have plenty enough for a 1st down. In fact, they'll be right around the 20-yard line, so another red zone opportunity for the Chargers.
This has been a great drive right now. We're going on over 5 minutes now. And if you start, doing just some math here with the clock down, going to be 6.5 minutes or so. A score would make this a 2-possession game. So this is getting to be a big-time moment.
Look to throw again. Edwards had some success throwing out quick to the flats, and this time getting all the way down inside the 5-yard line is Struther.
Looked like Harvey for a second may be able to get underneath that ball and make a play. I think he thought the same thing. He kind of was lifting that arm to gauge it, but it was just out of his reach to perfectly Tossed the ball in there by Edwards, and again, Strother with a big play. Setting up 1st and goal at the 1. Can Baldwin bow up and come up with a huge goal line stand?
Yeah, it's where they've been attacking through the air is those flat areas. Somebody's going to have to jump one of those quick out routes. If you can do that, maybe get a pick and have some green grass. But right now, we got an I formation, short yardage situation from the 2. Worthen will run this one in for a Charger touchdown. That extends Santa Fe Trail's lead, 36-27, pending an extra point or conversion. 6 minutes to go in the game.
That's an impressive drive, 5 minutes, 55 seconds. So not only do they obviously get the points, which are huge, but they take a bunch of critical time off this clock on a 12-play drive right there.
Going to go for 2 from the I formation. Spin and toss it right side. Worthen will walk his way into the end zone once again. That extends this thing out to an 11-point Santa Fe Trail lead. They lead at 38-27. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Back here live for the kickoff. Ryder Nye is going to field it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, so Baldwin really desperately needs to get something going offensively. They scored a touchdown coming out to start the second half on their first possession, then lost a fumble, turned it over on downs. See where they go from here.
Yeah, I mean, this has been what a difference a half makes, right? I mean, you feel like Baldwin still played well enough in this second half, but the defense hasn't made a stop. The offense has had a couple of promising drives get shut down on, 3rd and short, 4th and short plays, so got to have an answer.
Harvey's going to roll right side, look deep down the field. He might have a man, just couldn't come up with it. It was Ryder Nye. Just about step for step with the defender.
And this is tough if you're Baldwin because you feel like you have to score quick, right? I mean, it's a 2-possession game and you only have 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. So it'd be nice to score quick, but first and foremost, you have to score. Even if that means there's a minute left in the game. I mean, that's not ideal, but you can't just start checking Hail Mary plays here because you have to be able to move the ball and go score. Their running game has hit enough big plays. I don't think you can abandon that yet if you're Baldwin. You got to stick with what scored you 27 points so far tonight.
Yeah, just maybe up the tempo a little bit because like you said, 5:50 to go in this one. You need 2 scores. Run Capel in a jet motion, fake it to him, play gets blown dead. False start on Baldwin, and it'll back him up 5. Make this a 2nd down and 15 from their own 15. Shotgun formation for Harvey. He's got Frost to his right. He's going to look to throw over the middle, looking for a nice, almost a nice catch made by Tristan Capel. Man, he went sliding down and almost made the catch. It was going to be a good one, but man, Baldwin could have used that one. Instead, it's going to be a 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, that would have been a really good catch. But now, again, yeah, the penalty didn't help obviously there, but you're trying to go to the air, 2 plays, and again, I get it. 5:41 to go. Time is of the essence right now. But that's just not who they've been tonight. They've only thrown now 6 passes in this game. And not that you can't put the ball in the air, but I would have liked to see him get this drive jump started still with the running game.
See if they go to the air once again. Harvey does drop back. He's going to take another deep shot towards the right sideline. Another nice play that time on the coverage. Julian Daniels, the 6-foot sophomore out there, was step for step with the Baldwin receiver. Looks like they're going to have to punt this thing away from their own 15-yard line, facing a 4th and 15. Just going to hope for some quick stops defensively, get the ball back with some better field position maybe.
And it doesn't look like Santa Fe Trail is going to send anybody back. They don't want to risk a potential fake. Now they are going to drop a safety back late.
Bit of a high snap. Harvey able to come down with it. It was not a good punt off the side of his foot. It's going to be out of bounds right around the Baldwin 25-yard line. So that decision to punt it kind of backfires.
Yeah, obviously.
They get it right around where they would have if you didn't convert.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight obviously 20/20 in this case, and had you known you were going to have an 8-yard punt, you certainly wouldn't have punted. And if it weren't 4th and 15, that was the only trouble. That's a tough conversion, but unfortunately, your defense hasn't made a stop all second half. They have got to come up with not only a stop, but you got to do it relatively quickly now. You still need 2 scores. You got to have 2 possessions out of this final 5:25. So a turnover would be exactly what the doctor ordered right now if you're Baldwin's defense.
Yeah, kind of to your point though, Bryce, it wouldn't have been 4th and 15 if maybe you just run the ball a little bit, make it a 3rd, 4th, and manageable. But either way, we are, like you said, hindsight's 20/20. First play was nice tackle from Brett Davidson. Got him for a loss of 1 on the play. You can bet the Chargers going to run that play clock all the way down.
Yeah, no question. If they snap it with more than 4 3 seconds on that clock, on that play clock, I'd be awfully surprised. There's no reason to right now because the clock is the best friend of Santa Fe Trail at this point. Even if you don't score on this possession, just milking 2+ minutes off of the clock may be enough to do damage.
They snap it with 1 on the play clock, pitch it to Worthen. Gets hit by Jack Harvey and dropped for another loss. So 2 straight runs for a loss here. Sets up 3rd down at about 13.
And that clock just continues to crawl. And if you're Santa Fe Trail, you think it's crawling. If you're Baldwin, you feel like it's in warp speed right now. You can't keep enough seconds up on that clock. And stop here, and Baldwin continues to keep themselves alive in this game. A score from Santa Fe Trail all but ends this at this point. So got to come up with a stop here on 3rd down and then 4th down.
3rd down and long. They'll give it on the jet sweep to Schlichter, and a nice tackle from Jake Van Horn. Right around the line of scrimmage, brings up 4th down and long. Obviously, you need to get the ball back, score quick, and then get the ball back again. Baldwin used an early timeout this second half, so only 2 remaining.
And what I said about the, sticking with some of that running game last possession, now you've kind of lost that luxury. Still needing 2 scores with 3.5 minutes left. First and foremost, get the stop, and then hope you can find a big play.
So here's the 4th down and 13. Pressure on Edwards. He has to roll out to his right now. Throws it looking towards the end zone. Struther was there, just overthrew him by a couple of yards, but I think it's going to be a late penalty flag on the Bulldogs as the Chargers are celebrating.
Oh, man, I took my eyes down the field. They're saying that he pushed the quarterback down late. That is a tough break.
Roughing the passer, and that's, for all intents and purposes, really going to wrap this thing up. And would have been a big 4th down stop for the Bulldogs. And it did. I saw some Bulldogs rushing in late. I took my eye off of it, but
yeah, I did too.
long discussion here with the officials, but they're moving the football up the field.
Yeah, that's going to be a first down. Well,
Yeah, it was unsportsmanlike. I thought it was roughing the passer, but I was incorrect. Fortunately, it was. If it's unsportsmanlike, would have been after the play, perhaps, or.
Well, that's an interesting thought. I mean, my guess is they're calling it more in the vein of like an unnecessary roughness type of a penalty, as opposed to a true dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct. Because in that case, you're right, it would be after the play, and in that case, it wouldn't have. The turnover on downs would have already happened. But tough break for Baldwin. Is going to potentially take any last bit of drama out of this one.
Worthen is going to walk into the end zone for his 5th rushing touchdown of the game. Pretty much put a capper on this one, as Santa Fe Trail is going to come away with their 3rd win of the year. Baldwin put up a heck of a fight, led this thing for almost 3 quarters, about 2.5 quarters. Five touchdown night from Colton Worthen. Came in to tonight with 2 touchdowns on the ground. Now a quarterback sneak to add on a couple more. No indication yet from anybody.
Yeah.
Apparently they didn't get it.
Yeah, I think so.
Keep this thing at 44-27. I'm going to keep it right here and tell you about some of our upcoming broadcasts here on the channel. You can see right there. Coming up on Tuesday, September 26th, we got our first volleyball broadcast of the year as the Tonganoxie Chieftains come to town. 6:10 pregame on that, 6:30 first serve. First volleyball broadcast of the year. And then next Friday night, Baldwin on the road once again, another district game at Anderson County. 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kick. Don't forget your #1 go-to website right there at the bottom, varsitysportslive.com, where you can go and find our schedules and all the information you need. It's varsitysportslive.com. You can find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly, your local weekly newspaper with the latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com.
Now, we talked about it at halftime, Ryan. The Santa Fe Trail would come out and they would have a counterpunch in this second half. We knew that would happen. I didn't know that it would happen to this extent. 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns, all of them Colton Worthen touchdown runs. What a half he has had in this second half, and the Charger offense as a whole, and the defense as well. Let's give that Charger defense some credit. To the 4 possessions in this second half for Baldwin, they have been stopped 3 times.
There's a completion on the slant route, right or nigh, from Jack Harvey. Gives the Bulldogs a first down. A nice completion that time. 2:55 remaining in the game. Don't forget, we got the Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game coming up at the conclusion here. Another completion to Nye. A nice out route, gets them about 7. Must be something here in the last couple minutes here, Bryce, if they can establish some connections through the air. Maybe build some confidence in that area going into Anderson County next week. This time they'll run option near side. Harvey's going to maybe have enough for a first down. A late flag comes in.
I think they're going to mark him just short, so this penalty will... I did not see it. Could be a hold, though, I think, against Baldwin. Yep.
Wellsville went to Osawatomie and just buried them 56-6, the final score in that one. 2:22 remaining here in our game, 44-27. Iola beat Anderson County 16-6. That's the
wasn't 2-0.
game we thought was 2-0, but yeah, it might have been. Harvey to throw. Finds a connection. Gunnar Reichard, right side. Mentioned Baldwin goes to Anderson County next week. Santa Fe Trail next week will host Osawatomie here at home. Osawatomie now 0-4. Late penalty flag on this one after the incompletion.
Yeah, I think they're going to call pass interference, it looks like. Looked like the defender kind of spun Reichard around as he was trying to make that catch. And it is indeed the call.
So Anderson County losing to Iola tonight. They will be 1-3 next week when Baldwin comes to town. Baldwin will be 0-4.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, Chargers, we have homecoming next week. Hope to see you here for football Friday night.
It's going to be a disappointing loss for the Bulldogs. They came out so strong early, held the lead throughout about 2.5 quarters. Harvey's going to look deep once again. Harvey looked like he got hit pretty hard after he released that ball. He popped right back up, though.
Well, actually, he didn't get hit. He kind of dodged it, it looked like.
It looked like he was going to get hit, I should say.
Yeah.
I took my eyes off it. That pass was intended for Ryder Nye.
He kind of the chuck and duck.
I got you.
To avoid getting hit, thankfully.
Harvey will go to the air once again. Look for Capel on a quick little bubble screen. Falls incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like Capel just kind of started to look upfield before he had seen the catch all the way in that time.
Still perfect on our terms of weather on Friday nights. A little bit cooler. We're getting into the fall now, but first time I've had to throw the hoodie on. Overall, though, we avoided the rain. Harvey looking to throw once again. Looked like he was looking for his younger brother, Max Harvey, that time. Good coverage by Slavin. 4th down and 10 now.
Baldwin in the first half, they had converted 3 of 5 on 3rd down. Ryan in the second half, 1 of 5 on 3rd down. So that has just been the difference. The offense continued to score the first half because they were converting. They've been shut down now in the second half. They've not been able to convert those 3rd downs.
Harvey's going to keep it himself, come left side. Wrapped up and dropped down well short of the marker, so a turnover on downs. Chargers will probably come out and sit on this ball a couple of times. Got to give Santa Fe Trail a lot of credit. They came out in the second half, made some adjustments, and were able to march down the field.
Yeah, for sure.
Score touchdowns.
Very impressive second half.
On every single possession in the second half, they marched down the field, scored a touchdown, all 5 of them.
Now they were down at the half. It was 19-8. Baldwin had the lead in this game, and they completely flipped the script in this second half. Has Santa Fe Trail, and honestly, even more impressive than the 5 offensive drives and 5 touchdowns they have had offensively. To me, the more impressive part is 5 defensive possessions and only 1 score, and that was the opening possession of the second half for Baldwin when they went 2 plays, 72 yards, a 58-yard touchdown run by Jack Harvey. Since that 58-yard run, they've gone 4 plays, 9 yards and a fumble, 8 plays, 40 yards, turnover on downs, 3 plays, no yards and a punt, 7 plays, 37 yards and a turnover on downs. So the Santa Fe Trail defense, they stepped up to the plate in this second half. And yes, the offense has been impressive. Colton Worthen has run for 5 touchdowns, all in the second half. no question that's awesome. But the defense, after they were just getting dismantled by this Bulldog rushing attack in the first half, is who, to me, turned it up even more so in the second half.
So one more play, a kneel down from Edwards, and that will run out the remainder of this clock here tonight. Good game overall, though. Santa Fe Trail going to come away winners and get their third victory of the year. It'll move their record to 3-1 as they host the 0-4 Osawatomie next weekend. Baldwin drops to 0-4. They'll head to Anderson County, who's 1-3 next week. But some good building blocks, I think, off of this game heading into the next.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. The way lots of good things happened in the first half of this ball game, no question. But what sticks with you is going to be how the game ended, right?
Yeah.
And the second half is going to feel like it is going to feel bigger, it's going to loom larger on them, and that's going to be the unfortunate part because there were a lot of good things that happened in this game for the Bulldogs, and they're just going to have to continue to believe in those positive things and try and get this thing righted next week with that game at Anderson County.
So final score, 44-27. Santa Fe Trail wins this one here tonight. We'll take a break here and come back with our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game, as well as some of the final numbers in this one. You've been watching Bulldog Football presented by Hayden Outdoors right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back. The final in this one, Santa Fe Trail wins it 44-27. Time now to take a look at our Farm Bureau Financial Services players of the game in this one. And this game, we're going to give a dual player of the game to Jack Harvey and Dylan Williams.
Yeah, I thought Dylan Williams played a very good game. I thought the whole offensive line, especially in the first half, but let's give credit to all those guys up front: Jake Van Horn, Hunter Barnhart, Drew Flick, Dylan Williams, Brett Davidson, the starting offensive line, but also being a part of that offensive line, but then defensively as well. I thought Dylan Williams played a very good game tonight, but Jack Harvey, of course, had a huge game as well. Ran for 225 yards and 4 touchdowns, so you can't overlook that either. So both guys worthy tonight, I felt like. So a couple of the players of the game in this one. A lot of good in this ball game for the Bulldogs. A sour taste in the end because it did end with an L, but a lot of good as well. And those two young men, I thought, played a very good game.
Player of the game brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Take one more break here on the postgame show. Come back with some of the final numbers and tell you about some of our upcoming broadcasts here on Baldwin Sports Live. You've been watching Bulldog Football here tonight, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785 828-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back. Baldwin dropped this one 44-27. Time now to take a look at some of the final numbers in this one. You got some final numbers for us, Bryce? Or
yeah,
no?
Let's look at these numbers. 393 for the Bulldogs, 398 for the Chargers. Pretty even, right?
Yeah.
Time of possession, 25 minutes for the Chargers, 22 minutes for the Bulldogs with some change on the seconds there. Pretty even. On the ground, 316 for Baldwin, 263 for Santa Fe Trail. Pretty even. I mean, the game across the board was pretty even here tonight. The Bulldogs were 4 of 10 on third down. Santa Fe Trail 3 of 10 on third downs, but Santa Fe Trail 4 of 5 on fourth downs. Baldwin just 1 of 4 on their fourth downs in this game. It was a very even ball game, back and forth ball game. Santa Fe Trail just came up with a couple more stops in the crunch time, and it was really Baldwin in the first half didn't get stopped and had a few stops. Santa Fe Trail in the second half didn't get stopped and had more stops, and it was just a tale of two halves. Baldwin won the first half, and then Santa Fe Trail not only won the second half, but they did it in big fashion. So very good numbers, though, across the board in this game. Some of the individual numbers, really big games for multiple guys on the Santa Fe Trail side. How about Colton Worth in 22 carries, 148 yards, and 5 touchdowns. All 5 touchdowns came in the second half for him. Luke Edwards added 44 yards on the ground, and he was 11 of 19 through the air for 135 yards. He was 2 out of 9 in the first half of this game, and then he went 9 out of 10 in the second half.
Good.
So they used they were still a run-heavy team, obviously, but they were able to then mix in that pass and do it effectively in the second half. They looked a lot more like the offense that the Charger fans have seen through the first 3 games in the second half of this one. For the Bulldogs, a tough game through the air. Jack Harvey, 6 of 13 for 77 yards, and most of that came there on that final possession. They really had not had much at all going through the air prior to that, but on the ground, huge game from Harvey in this game. 18 carries, 225 yards. That's a new career high for Harvey on the ground. The 4 touchdowns ties his career high on the ground. So big game rushing the football for him. Creighton Frost with another really good game as well. 21 carries, 91 yards for him, averaging 4.3 per carry. That's back-to-back 90-yard games for Frost. He had 92 last week, 91 this week. So big game run in the football for the Bulldogs in this one, but unfortunately the Dogs offense ran out of gas and the Chargers offense just got better as this one went along.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk about consistency for Creighton Frost. 21 carries, 92 yards last week, 21 and 91 this week. So one quick final score from around the area that I found pretty interesting. Ottawa beat Eudora this evening, 17-14. So how about that? Cyclones getting a big win. But as for us, Baldwin Sports Live has been presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, a one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. Santa Fe Trail, the winners here in this one tonight, 44-27. We'll head to Anderson County next week, but don't forget we have a volleyball broadcast 6:30 first serve on Tuesday, coming up the 26th. For Bryce Kessler and Aiden Espino, I'm Ryan Hilmer signing off. We'll see you Tuesday for some volleyball on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
You've been watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, the Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce.